We are. Hello. Hello, you guys. We're
Is
live.
anybody out there? Hello.
Ding, ding, ding. Is this thing on? Hello.
Hello, interwebs.
Oh, my phone automatically refreshed. It never does that.
No, in
I think
YouTube
you
is
guys can see
weird.
us now. I see the counter. Hello, you guys. Welcome, welcome. YouTube appears to have done a reset.
Yes.
Everyone's name is what you registered with, but you can
Yes.
change your name in your settings. Yes, I am seeing that in StreamYard. We were just talking about that. Like, it's not, how you guys usually look in our chat. Yeah, it's so like instead of just Joe,
Yeah.
it's Joe's full screen name. So you can go into your settings and change that probably back to how you had it. I don't know. YouTube must have done an update of
Yeah.
some sorts. I have not noticed this yet. But I haven't been in anybody's live chat in several days, so I'm not sure when this took effect. But
I feel like I was lurking on a sale like a day or two ago, and I saw it in some. I don't even remember who. I just remember seeing it, and it didn't even jog my memory to say anything. Now I can see William changed his. He fixed
yeah.
his.
So William says I changed mine to get rid of numbers, but it doesn't allow spaces. Interesting.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's news to me. I'm sure mine shows up weird. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure.
wonder what mine says.
I don't know. Well, anyway, if you haven't noticed that, now you have some. You can go in and change that if you would like your screen name to look differently. It hasn't done that in a really long time. I feel like it's been several years since they did that. So
And they don't even tell us when they're doing that. It's not
no,
like they tell anybody
no.
that goes live, hey, you and anyone in your chat, be prepared. This is happening. They just do it. So we never
Right.
know.
Well, welcome in, everyone. So I guess we will say hello to everyone that has popped in a comment in the chat. Hopefully we can identify you as we go along. I
Yes,
hope so. Hopefully we can recognize you.
we will.
But I was going to say, I know that we have some people that watch us but don't know how to log into the chat. So I've
Yes.
heard. So when we talk about how the sale is going to work, I'm going to walk through that. I've never talked about that before, but I will. I will talk about it in case people tune in the replay and then like, why can't we talk in your live chat? Well, now we'll talk about it. We'll talk on how you can log in and all of that stuff. So I'll talk about that when we go through the sale rules. First person I see in the chat, I believe, is Lisa Shields.
Hello, Lisa.
I don't know.
It's like we're all new to each other. It's a
I
whole
know.
new day.
I know.
It's a whole new gang.
Well, William already changed his name,
Yes.
so
Hi.
good to see you, William.
Hello.
And Terry V. Okay,
Hello,
Terry's is kind of normal. Hi, Terry. Welcome in. And yes, happy anniversary to Karen and Gavin. I wish I had a little animation to play. I don't. I just have happy birthday. But happy anniversary to you both.
Yes. Happy anniversary.
Kim is here helping us out in the chat tonight. Hi, Kim. Good to see you.
Kim.
I haven't even seen Karen comment yet. There is Shannon. Hi, Shannon.
Hello, Shannon.
See, it doesn't even show Ferrara anymore.
No, I know.
Y'all better go back and change your names. All right. Melanie is here. Hi, Melanie.
Yes. Hello, Melanie.
That's KB is here. All right. KB, I mean, I recognize from the picture and the beginning part of the name. So it's going to be a process tonight, you guys. Sorry about that. Sandy B is here. Hi,
Hello,
Sandy. Brooke is here with us. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
Twindy Lou, she's here.
And she thrifted treasures.
She has a couple
She
of
still
times.
thrifted treasures.
Scrolly scroll. Janine is here. Hi, Janine. There's Gavin. Hi, Gavin.
Gavin, how are you, sir?
Gavin's didn't change unless he already changed it. He couldn't have already changed it.
I feel like since he gave us some advice, I have a feeling he did go in and fix it.
Probably did it already. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Jason's mom is here.
Hello, Mom. I love you.
I'm trying not to skip anybody. Joe is here. Hi, Joe.
Good to see you, sir.
Judy is here.
Hi, Judy.
There's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hello, Karen.
Scrolling. See, it's very hard to pick out who I've said hello to already. Renee is here. Hi, Renee.
Hello, Renee. Good to see you.
Oh, my name shows up normal.
There it is.
Weird. Okay.
Mine did too.
Mama Pam's here.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, and we get to see you guys in the flesh. 2 weeks.
Is it really 2 weeks till the Midwest?
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh my. Okay.
Well, 2 weeks and some days, but for the weekend part, 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy bananas. All right. Chris is here. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris. Good to see you, friend.
And Mary's with us. Hi, Mary.
Hello, Mary.
Marie is here. Hi, Marie. Yours shows up fine.
Yep, so does mine.
Okay. Terry's here. Hi, Terry.
Hi, Terry. Good to see you.
One of the Tucker relatives is here.
Oh, we got a Tucker cousin in the chat, Terry. Absolutely.
Hi, Leslie. Good to see you.
Hers came in correctly. Collector card.
Chloe's here. Hey, Carol.
Hello, Chloe,
good to see you. All right. Oh man, Caroline's is totally weird. Hi, Caroline. Good to see you. Tina's here. Hi, Tina. KP's with us.
Hello, how are ya?
And Minx.
Good to see you, Minx.
Scroll. Oh my, Perry Hughes is here. Hey, Perry.
Hi, Perry.
Good to see you. I think I got everybody. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Hopefully I didn't skip anybody, but welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. As always, yes, Caroline, you can go into your settings and change your screen name back to however you had it. I don't know what YouTube did, but everybody's screen names is weird tonight. So we're just going to roll with it. So before we talk about how the sale is going to work, I did want to mention, since we do have some people that watch us, but they don't know how to comment on the live chat. So I will say that there's a couple ways that you can log in. Okay, so make sure if you're watching on a phone or tablet, you have the YouTube app open and you're logged in. So if you don't have an account, you can make a free account to log in. The best way to watch is on a phone or tablet is going to be a little bit faster option. And then if you have a YouTube account already, if you're watching on a computer, make sure that you're logged in. And then when you come into the broadcast, the live chat should automatically pop up. Sometimes it doesn't. It should be on the right-hand side, and it will say show chat. So you just click on that, and the live chat should come up for you. I do know that, like, if you are watching, like, and you're logged in with a Google account, sometimes you can't access the chat. So just make sure you have a YouTube account or Google Chrome. If you're watching on a computer, I have heard also is a better option versus some other internet browsers as far as logging in goes. And you just want to make sure you're in live chat all messages. Hopefully that helps some people out. But just make sure you're logged in. Basically, if you're not logged into an account at all, that's why you won't see the live chat. Okay. So any questions as we go along, please let us know. Helen, I see you. I see Tracy just popped in the chat. Good to see you all. And Beth is here. Hello, hello. Yes, so make sure and go in your chat settings. Make sure and live chat all messages, and then you can go change your screen name back, please.
If you want to.
If you want to.
If you want to.
Yeah. All right. It's just so weird. We get used to seeing, certain things. Yeah. It's just how we recognize you guys in the chat, basically. All right, so I'm gonna get my screens up here. All right, I already talked about this, but make sure in live chat all messages. And now I gotta find Perry's comment and unhighlight it. There we go. All right, not top chat. So if you're in top chat, and once you're logged in, if you're in top chat, it is going to filter out some of the comments. It shows like the most popular comments. I don't even know what that means. I don't know why they have that setting, but just make sure in live chat so you don't miss any comments. And because we do have a lag, make sure you refresh often so you can close out of YouTube and come back to the broadcast. The quicker way is to tap the upper right hand corner where my kitty icon is, and you'll find a gear wheel icon. If you tap on that, hit playback speed, and 2 times. If you are lagging behind at all, we are going to sound funny until you're caught up live with us again. So do that as often as possible, especially before you put any kind of bids into the chat. It's always helpful to do that. We will be doing offer up this evening, so that'll be the auction style. We'll give you a starting price. I will highlight it here on the screen in the lower left hand corner. You can always look for starting bids and current bids highlighted there on the screen. We'll give you any kind of information that we know about the item, measurements, and know if there's any kind of issues. So if there's any kind of damage, repairs, chips, that sort of thing, we do our best to show all that to you while we're live here on the screen. If you're interested in the item, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat if you're interested, and I will highlight them as I see them come into StreamYard on the screen. We'll do a 20-second countdown, and the highest bid that we see come in before Karen G's official bid end will be the winner. We're also doing just in cases here tonight. So all that we ask is that you have at least one straight bid in on the current item that we're showing. Then you're welcome to use just in case during the countdown. And that's the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC. Type that into the count during the countdown. If your just in case is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. Keep in mind, if there's multiple just in cases that come into the chat, those do turn into regular bids. Right now, our emails are up here on the screen. You can also find all of our information down in the description of the video. And I've also pinned our information up at the top of the chat. And I do know that my lovely mod ladies do a great job putting them into the chat throughout the sale as well. But very important if you're a brand new buyer to either Jason and I, this you want to pay attention to. We do need an email sent to us with the following information: your YouTube name, your real name if it's different from your screen name, which most of you have this evening, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to, or whatever email you have associated with a PayPal account. If you don't have a PayPal account, that is okay. You can still shop with us. Just send us an email with all that same information. Let us know that you'd like to check out as a guest. When we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to our invoice, and then you can check out with any debit or credit card. And keep in mind, when we send our invoices out, payment is due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving the invoice, and shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. Both Jason and I do use Pirate Ship to get discounted shipping rates versus the full-on retail that you would pay at the post office. So you guys pay the same thing that we do. So I'm happy to be able to use Pirate Ship to get a pretty big discount on the shipping. And that is why we need your full shipping address, is to calculate your shipping. So it's calculated from your zip code to our zip code, the weight and size of your package. That's why we need that shipping info. And we do have shipping available anywhere in the US and Australia. If Philomena decides to pop in here, we do have a pause on Canada shipping currently until the postal strike is completely cleared up. And I'll let Jason talk about that last point, and then we will talk about when we're doing our invoicing this week and schedule change for next week.
Yep. If you purchase from me tonight, I offer free pickup at my brick and mortar. I own a shop called Mother Tucker's Antiques. I'm located in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. I'm part of Adamstown, Antiques Capital USA, about an hour and a half west of Philly, Pennsylvania, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, depending where you're from. And if you guys want to pick it up, just let us know. We'll invoice you for item or items. And then once the invoice is paid, we'll communicate in the emails. And let's make sure we do that in the emails, not in a chat. I don't want to miss any important information. And we'll figure out on when and how you want to pick it up. And we can hold it for a timely manner. So maybe you're coming in town for the holidays. You know, Thanksgiving isn't too far away. Neither is Christmas. So if you're coming in for that, you want to pick it up, you don't mind us holding it that long, we can do that for you. And our address, Kim, thank you so much for putting that in the chat. That is our address. So thank you as always, Amie.
All right. And I'm going to pop that up there on the screen in case you haven't visited Mother Tuckers in person. I highly recommend it.
Thank you.
Since I've got to be there in person. I love, there's a lot of goodies, although you're not the giant store.
No.
You know, there's some really big stores, but there's definitely a lot of treasures inside.
Lots of stuff. We got lots of stuff. That's what people say.
Yes, yes. So we do have community share following our sale tonight. I do have some beginning photos from Miss Caroline, Halloween goodies, or start on Halloween goodies. So I have a few photos to share from Caroline tonight after the sale. I am going to pop our email up here. I have not done that in a while. We could always use some more photos to work with if you'd like to be part of our show. We love that you guys share your vintage displays, how you use the vintage in your home. Maybe you found a piece of Walt Howard for 50 cents. We love to see that kind of stuff. It's exciting. And it always gives us new ideas on how to display stuff. So if you want to send us some photos to be part of the show, ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Just make sure to include a brief description to go along with your photos. And if you want us to mention your name or not, you can be totally anonymous. That's fine with us. But we could always use some more photos. So thank you so much. All right. We do have a schedule change for next week. So we will not be on Thursday night next week. We will actually be on Monday. That is October 20th. Yep. So you will see us again Monday. And we did not talk about when we're doing our invoicing.
Nope.
Just popped into my brain. I ship from Michigan. I'm going to be doing mine tomorrow. You will get an email from me when your invoice has been sent. So at some point tomorrow, you'll see something from me.
And I ship from Pennsylvania, and I do all of my packaging. Now that I'm back onto the routine, I do all of my packaging, and then we do our invoices on Saturday. So you should receive something from us on Saturday by the afternoon or the early evening. Just two quick things for me. I want to thank anyone and everybody who popped out to VRM, the Vintage Revival Market, to see us in person. Thank you guys so much. I do feel that the show was a success, so we were very pleased. I think we might be doing the spring one, so we'll keep you guys abreast of that. I did not go live. There was no Wi-Fi. The internet was horrible, and the little bit of a hotspot that we could get, we needed to use for our point of sale, for our PayPal, for the system we have. So sorry, I said I was going to, and I didn't, but I wanted to tie up that loose end to let you guys know if I had full intent on doing it, but it just, where we were at, it would have been all grainy, and it just would have been horrible. So
yeah,
it wouldn't have been any fun for anybody, and it would have probably ruined the whole live. And then one more quick thing, please join Tina. She'll be back to her Whatnot sales this Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. She's got a ton of jewelry. I think she's going to do an unboxing. So please support her, and it's Mother Tucker's Tina. So that's it for me. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I think I got all the nuts and berries. I think we covered everything. Yes.
Yeah, I think we did. If not, we'll get to it at some point.
And I'm just waiting to hear back from one person. And then we will start talking about the Christmas marathon, which is coming up very soon. I don't know if we'll be able. No, we won't be able to talk about it next week, but the following week we will. So I should have the lineup done and promos and all that stuff, and then we'll announce the date. But it's coming soon, very soon. So I'm excited, super excited.
Me too.
Okay, Jason's gonna make me go first, so we'll get the screen set up. All right, and I did forget to mention we have 18 rounds of goodies tonight. I have the last, just a few Halloween things, a few handmade things tonight, but I'm not doing any more Halloween after this week. And Jason's got some Christmas things tonight. So we're already getting, it's Nightmare Before Christmas tonight.
That it is. Little Tim Burton. Absolutely.
That's what it is. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to start with this guy because he's kind of, okay. So I picked him up. Normally I don't pick up Toby jugs. Okay. I don't. I look at them, but he's a jester and he kind of reminds me of a devil. Just the way that he's sculpted, I liked him. I liked him that he could work for Halloween. He could work into fall, but I really liked him. And I wish that my camera would focus in because he's got this really yummy crazing on his face and it's just not wanting to focus at all. So we'll give it a second here and see if it wants to focus. But he's really cool.
I've never seen
Okay,
this.
there we go. Now you can see he does have some heavy crazing. I love that. I love it. It kind of like looks like a mask almost, but this is called a jester. He is actually sculpted as a jester. A lot of the Toby jugs are like old sailors and sea dogs and that sort of thing. But I really liked him. And he doesn't have any chipping. He is made in England, right? It's stamped very faintly down here on the bottom, made in England. I just stuck some like vintage foliage kind of up in there. But I think he could work as a devil if you really wanted him to. I really like him. Actually, Mama Pam, I have to give her credit for this. She actually found this before I did. She was like, ooh, look at him. He's kind of creepy. And I was like, yeah, he is. He is kind of creepy.
We sell Toby mugs at the store, and I have to say, I said a moment ago, I've never seen this one before.
They actually did make a devil one. I did see yes. There is a devil one, but they did this jester kind of guy in a couple different colorways that I could see. Now there is a little factory flaw right here. It's not a chip. It is completely glazed over right here. So it just looks like something that didn't come out of the mold quite cleanly. And I really like his eyebrow game is pretty strong. And on the inside, there's also some more heavy crazing that carries on in there. It does have a little lip on it, so you could use it as a creamer, although these were mostly mugs, right. I would say. But I'm going to include the little vintage foliage in there. I just thought it looked cool in there. All right. I see Brooke was in there at 12. Thank you so much. And Ginger World's in at 14. So measurement real quick on him. He is 4 inches wide and 3 1/4 inches tall. Okay. Let's count it down. We're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right, Brooke's back in there at 15. Ginger's World's got a just in case of 17. And there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. All right. So over at Brooks 15, Ginger's World for $16. He's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $10. And I wanted to say hello to Sharon, Lily Pond Treasures. I did see you in the chat. You guys, if you head over to her channel at some point, maybe tomorrow, over the weekend, she did videos at Mother Tucker's, and they're good videos. So $10, Amy.
Did you say 10, Jason?
$10. Yes, I did. $10. And also, hello, Ryan. We'll be seeing you soon in just about 2 weeks. So I do have a few rounds of Thanksgiving stuff. So I thought it's about time to offer up Thanksgiving so I can get it to you guys in a timely manner because that's about a month away. I cannot believe that. So $10. I thought these were made by Avon. These are actually marked Hallmark on the bottom. So these are plastic salt and pepper shakers, 1980s plastic at its best, and they're in very, very good condition. I think they are super kitschy. I think a lot of the 1980s and 90s stuff are gaining in popularity, and I think these would be great to actually use because they're plastic, so you could have them on your Thanksgiving table. If they do get dirty, you can wipe them up, and I'll show them to you a little closer. But we are starting them at $10, and you're going to get the set. There's no chips or issues to them. There's actually perfect when it comes to their paint. I think they're very highly detailed. They're really cute. He's got a really, really big nut there in his hands. And these are little pilgrims. So you can see there he's got his little shoes. He's got his little buckle on his hat with his little ears there. Thank you so much, Deborah. And there he is with his little tail in the back. They do both have their stoppers, and you can faintly see right there, it is marked Hallmark Cards Incorporated. When I bought these, I thought for sure these were Avon. I'm sure that the same company that made them for Avon is the same company that probably made these for Hallmark. So there he is, and he has 3 little holes on the top of his hat. And again, these double as figurines. Like the holes are so tiny that you sat them on your shelf, folks would think they're little plastic figurines. And they are very high quality, and they are thick plastic. And that one is marked Hallmark Card Company, and they both have their stoppers. And she's very, very cute. There is a little extra paint right here. I tried to clean that off. I thought that was some dirt, but I think from the factory, a little bit of extra paint got on her little bonnet there. But my God, they're super cute. Look at her.
I love their faces. I love those faces.
I wish they made a whole series of these, but I don't think they made much more than just these, maybe 1 or 2 other compatible pieces. But if they would have made more, my gosh, these are super kitschy and super cute. So thank you guys for all the bids. We're in with Noreen right now at 12, so we're looking for 13 or more. And again, they were made by the Hallmark Greeting Cards Company, 1980s, plastic, 3 inches tall, no condition issues. So let's count them down, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. 13 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 13 or more. The bid end from Karen G. These are just super cute. They've been on my shelf for a little while. I got them over the summer, and I thought, well, we better get these guys homed here so they can get into a display. Super cute. They look so realistic, yet so cartoon. I love them. I love these. These are so good. Thank you so much, Karen, for the bid end. So it looks like Deborah over. So Deborah for 13. All right, Deborah, they're yours for 13. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. All right. I have, these are unusual, and that's why I picked them up. I do look for mercury glass candles for Christmas time, but I'm picky about them because they have to have the corks in the bottom to protect the mercury coating on the inside for me to pick them up. But I've never seen any mercury glass candles with flower decals. I've never seen a set of these like this. Now, I'm not sure if they were manufactured this way or somebody applied little water slide decals on there. I'm not sure. I couldn't find any other ones that looked like this. But they do have the kind of rubber, like helps them sit in the candle holders attached at the bottom, although they can move. If you didn't want those on there, you could take them off, but they do still have the corks. Which I'm happy about. If I have seen a lot of mercury glass candles, but if those are missing, then it tends to like, it just protects the mercury coating in there, and it prevents like moisture from getting on the inside. And that's usually how they get pitted and stuff on the inside if they're not stored correctly. Now, these do have the glass tips on them, and there's a little bit of paint loss in the red on the little like flame, if you will, on the back. But I figured like these, you could leave these out year round. You could have the flowers out facing, you know, most of the year. And then at Christmas time, you just turn them around to the back. And they're plain. They're just silver, plain silver on the back. So multi-purpose. I just thought they were unusual. Jason, have you ever seen any with decals on them?
No, none with decals like that. I've had clear ones that were painted, glass paint, that were painted with those flowers on, but never the decals like that.
Yeah, these are just like little kind of peachy roses, and there's kind of little blue flowers that are tucked around the leaves in there. And these aren't the largest size mercury glass candles. This is actually like the size I prefer. There's smaller size and there's bigger ones. These are, oh my gosh, where is my thing on here? Lord, 10 inches. They're 10 inches long. Okay, so there are much larger ones than this, and there's smaller size ones, similar to the lucite candles as well. They did come in several different sizes and colors. There's colored mercury glass candles too, even though they're not easy to come by, but there are colors out there too. So I see Minx is in at 19, so we're looking for 20 or more on the pair, and relatively like good condition on the mercury coating. I don't see any signs of pitting on these at all. They're just really nice and shiny. And the decals on the front aren't scratched up or anything either. All right, let's count them down. Looking for 20 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid it. All right. The lag. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So highest bid I saw in there was Lisa Shields at 22, but Renee had a just in case 26. So Renee, they're yours for 23. Thank you so much.
All right. $10 choice. $10 choice. And I have another round of Thanksgiving style things. These are little spun head. So for choice, I have two sets. So I have a Mr. and a Mrs. One set, which I'll show it to you next, his brim has a little bend on it. So one set is pretty doggone perfect. The other set does have that condition issue. But when it comes to these spun heads, this is the first time I've ever had any Thanksgiving ones. So these are fun to craft with. They would have been used as little picks for the food or for folks to decorate with or to create with. So here is our Mister. He's got his little cardboard hat. He has a little pipe cleaner around the top. He's marked Japan on the back. These both measure about 2 3/4. That's the head and the stick. So a lot of times if these were used, the little spun cotton part would get stained. These are very, very clean. So there's the Mister. And again, it's spun cotton head with a very detailed face. Then you get the Mrs. And her bonnet is made of crepe paper, which I think is really, really fun. So then they kind of crimped it back there. So it looks like the back. So there she is. So for your $10, you will get those. And again, when it comes to these spun heads, these have become very collectible. And some of these obscure, or should I say, holidays where they didn't make a ton, of things for, they're a little harder to find. These were the first pilgrims I ever had. It's even hard for me to find leprechauns for St. Patrick's Day. It's even hard to find a lot of the Valentine's Day ones. You can find Christmas ones and you can find a few Easter before you find these. So this will be your first choice, and it's $10, and you get the Mr. and the Mrs. I know that might seem like a lot, but that makes them $5 each. So that'll be your first choice at 10. And then the second set is in almost the same condition, except he does have a little bend on his hat. So seems that these don't come around that often, and I don't know that it really would make a difference if you kind of displayed him next to her like that. I don't think you would even know. So there you can see it does have the paper. See if it wants to focus. There's a little paper sticker on the back of her head there that says Japan. So, and the first one that is missing. So $10 choice on little Pilgrim Friends. These are the little spun heads, probably from the 1950s. And these are fun to craft with, and they measure just about 2 3/4 inches tall. This is, like I said, this is the first time I've ever had any Pilgrims. It's even hard to get any, quote, Uncle Sam style ones or 4th of July ones. These are just period hard to find unless you're, crafty enough you can make your own or get repurposed. They're making reproduction ones. So I'll just take one more moment to show you guys $10. You're going to get both of these. It's one of the choices. I assume that the first person would want the one that the brim doesn't have a bend on it. So
I've never seen these.
Again, if you guys are into holidays or kitsch, or you guys collect spun heads, again, I don't even think I could find these online. I checked when I found them in the summer. I didn't see any. Maybe one popped up in the meantime, but I haven't seen them. Thank you, KP. I think they're very nostalgic too. So that was a set. And then this was a set as well. So really fun. Again, you could craft with them. I think they're fun. We don't really, you know, there's, I still have my Valentine's Day stuff up, but when it comes to decorating for Thanksgiving, these would be super fun in the display, but I'm not seeing any interest. So we're going to put them to the side and we'll bring them back for the recap. All right, Amy.
All right. I have a choice round for my next, and these are handmade. And it's going to start at 18. I do have some Halloween related, excuse me, of my Misfit Shaker photo holders, and they're going to come with whatever is in the top. All right, so this is the first one, and it is Miss Orange Cat, bright orange cat. Now there is some paint scratching, okay, but these were all single shakers that I found that I feel sorry for. I call them my Misfit Shaker photo holders. So I do make the little wires that go on the inside, and they are going to come with little Halloween related ephemera in them. So this is the first one. It's the little orange cat with blue eyes. Has some airbrushing details on it. All of them are going to be signed by me on the bottom. So that is choice number 1 is Orange Kitty. Choice number 2 is going to be a Kitchen Witch. All right. And she is made by Joseph Originals. So these were all just singles. So she's the little witchy, and she's coming with a little Denison black cat die cut with yellow eyes. And there's a little Joseph Japan sticker. So there is that one. Choice number 3 is Black Cat. So E. Shafford Black Cat. And the paint's really nice. I must have a hair or something in my throat. I cannot like swallow right now. So Shafford Black Cat, really nice condition on the cold paint on that one. This one, and I'm going to actually set these down and take this one and show you the inside. So this one is going to come with this cool vintage Halloween party invitation. It has this cool witch on the front that says, "Ooh, look behind me." And it was actually used. Here we go. I'm inviting you for the little Halloween party at 7 o'clock. So that's going to come with the black cat. And then the last choice is going to be Hootie Hoo, an owl. And this is a Napco owl shaker. And this one is coming with, and this one came out of a vintage children's magazine. This kind of witch in the cauldron, the black cat, this little anthropomorphic pumpkin guy, and this cool pumpkin house in the back. Okay, so there's no chipping to any of the shakers, and I'll show them all up here before we count them down. There they all are. So the orange cat one, the boo card there is also it's a Hallmark Halloween party invitation that has not been used. Denison Black Cat, the vintage Halloween invitation, and then the little children's book Halloween illustration. So those are the 4 choices. And I see Minx is in there. So we are looking for 20 or more on choice. Winner can take 1 or multiples. And let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Well, hello, Sherry Buchanan. Good to see you. And Debs, and Nikki, and Christine. The screen names, you guys, it's really hard to like notice you guys right now. It is very difficult.
It's
all
like
right.
starting all over again.
There is the bid end from Karen. All right. So at the end there, I see Nikki has a just in case of 26, but Miss Sherry has a just in case of 35. So for 27, so we're going to claim owl, black cat, witch, or orange cat. Or you can do black or orange if that is easier to type in. Just let me know. And second pick is going to go to Nikki. And then it's going to go to Christine. And then to Debs. All right, Sherry is going to take the witch. You got it. Thank you so much. So we're going to take her off the board. And Nikki, you get second pick. Owl, black or orange? Owl, black or orange? And any you guys can pass if you were after the witch. Nikki's going to take the orange kitty. You got it. Thank you so much. And then Christine, you have black cat and owl left. And then Debs is on deck after that. And then I believe Caroline. Yep, Caroline is after that, then Minx. Okay, yeah, Christine's passing. All right, so Debs, you are on deck. If you want either one of those, I can watch the chat. If Debs passes, Caroline and Minx, just be ready if you're interested in either one of those. Thank you so much. I will just watch the chat.
Debs wants the owl and the black cat, so she's
she wants them both. You got it. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy. $18, and I have a vintage Whitman Fuzzy Wuzzy Christmas book. So $18. There is a little bit of wear to the cover. No little youngin wrote in it. There's no stains in it. These can get a lot of like bad staining if the flocking, you know, kind of transposes on the other page. There's a little shading, but there's nothing major. So $18. This is the first time I've ever had this one. So they made a couple of these. This is the first time that I've had Santa Claus and the Lost Kitten. So the only condition, the major condition issues is we have a tiny little tear on the front cover here. Flocking is phenomenal. Coloring is phenomenal. We have a little wear here by the spine, but the cover is still very, very attached. And then there is a little bit of wear here and a little bend to the front. So there's where the worst of the condition issues are. So $18. This is from, let me get my notes here. Where are my notes? Where are my notes? It is from 1952. So it's from 1952, and it is made by Whitman Publishing. So there is the back. So the premise of the fun story is that the youngins have lost their little kitten. So let me open this here to the front page here. So the little girl, little Jean and Bob, they write a little letter to Santa Claus here, requesting that Santa, could you please bring us a new kitten? Our kitten has gone missing for a few weeks. We miss him so much. And you can see there is Santa, and that's flocked. So most of all these pages, there's flocking on it. So there's Santa, he's flocked. He's reading the little letter with the brownies. They're not called elves, they're called brownies in this book. And he gets the little letter from the youngins that the kitty cat has gone away. I think these graphics are so cute as well, Janine. So here they are in a hurry, trying to help Santa get ready for his big day. Look how fun. I think these have some of the most iconic Santa graphics that I have ever seen in one of these books. So here is Santa. And again, his full outfit, that's completely flocked. So let me get in here so you can see. Completely flocked. And like I said, a lot of times it will stain the other page. You can see that there's minimal, I'll call it shadowing, but there's no staining. Sometimes it can completely transpose and that page gets completely ruined. So there's Santa getting ready for his big day. He's getting the elves together. They're searching high and low to see if they can come up with a little kitten to replace the one that's missing. There's Santa. He's flocked in this page as well. So they're trying to figure everything out before he gets ready. Thank you, Jennifer, for your 18. I'm looking for 19 or more. Then here, look at this page. Look at the large candy cane. I
love the pixies in that book too.
So do I. And they're calling them brownies in this book, which I really think that's fun too, that they refer them to brownies. And there's Santa. You can see he's completely flocked. These books are really fun if you find them that they're falling apart, because some of these pages are definitely fun to frame. Again, it is from 1952, and it is published by Whitman, and it measures your traditional size. These books are normally 12 by 9.5. Okay, so there's that page. So Timmy, I see you for 19. Thank you so much. This page alone, I think you could open up in your display. Santa's taken flight for the big night. Again, remember, he's still trying to find the kitten. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do. He's kind of conversing with Mrs. Claus and the brownies. Here he ends up at the children's house. I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but I'll show you the pictures. So the new person who takes this book, you can read it. So there Santa is. His last stop is actually the two children, their house that wrote him the letter. Thank you, Sherry, for the 20. Timmy's back in at 21. Here he hears some scratches at the door, and that's all I'm going to say. So there's a little kitten out there. So he answers the door. And again, all the Santas in the book are flocked. Look how good and clean this is. It's amazing that the front took, here's what I'm talking about with the shadowing. Can you guys see on this other page? You can kind of see his silhouette. That's the worst of them all. Sometimes they're so dark that it distorts the font, but this one not so bad. So then you get here to the end, and here's one of the very last pages. You have Santa with the little kitty cat, again flocked. This is just a fun book. If you guys are collecting, cat things, these Christmas story books, this one covers a lot, checks off a lot of boxes, and Santa is flocked here as well. So again, an overall really, really good condition from 1952, Whitman Publishing. The worst issues we have is a bend down here on the front page. We have a little weathering to the bottom, but I think that gives it a good aesthetic, little weathering here. Other than that, it's in very good vintage condition. So let's count it down. We're looking for 22 or more. I see you, Timmy. So if you had a bid in, you can use it just in case. We'll count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. No odors, no smells. And again, fuzzy wuzzy book that is completely flocked. Be there to you in time for Christmas so you can use it in your display and read it and use it. And it's just a fun, fun book. This is the first time I've ever found this one. Santa Claus and the Lost Kitten. There's our bid end. Thank you so much, Karen G. So Timmy had a just in case of 33. Sherry had a just in case of 40. So for $34, Sherry, thank you so much. It's coming to you.
All right. I have a book too. And I'm bringing this one tonight. I just got this over the weekend, and it's because it has some Halloween in it. So that's why I'm bringing it tonight. It's going to start at $20. This is the Smedley and Olson New Primer, and it is a reader book. All right. And it does feature a Halloween cover, and there's Halloween stories in here, and there's a little bit of Christmas as well. This does date to 1926. And it's in relatively good condition. I would say, like, for a book of that age. Here's like kind of the inside. There is a name on the book written there at the top of the one page, and I will show you. There's the publication, 1926, right there. So there's multiple stories in here. They didn't write the book belongs to on the book plate page, but it is on the front cover. Oh, meow meow, gray kitten. Meow, meow. I didn't even see that one in there. Look how cute, little gray kitten. But that is not why I picked it up, because the cover alone. I don't know if you guys are familiar with antique Halloween books of this. They're very hard to find. Very hard to find with that. So there is a Halloween section in here. So we have just a pumpkin seed on those pages, and this page continues the story. He's planting the pumpkin, and soon it grows a flower. I'm kind of doing the abridged version here, and then the pumpkin starts to grow, and then we get to him carving the pumpkin. Which is similar to the image on the front cover of him carving. And then we've got Peter Pumpkin Eater that goes in here as well. And then we've got a pumpkin face story. And then we have Halloween fun going in here. And then I did want to, there's lots of different stories that are in here, but the coolest ones to me in here are the Halloween and the Christmas. So then we also have Santa Claus here up on the housetop, reindeer paws, and there is click, click. Yep. And then we have Help Santa Claus, and then there is the last one is Happy Christmas Morning. And the back of it always has like vocab words and stuff. Usually there's a glossary in here that you can look up certain things, and there's the back book page. So, all right, I see Lisa's in there at 20. Thank you so much. Looking for 21 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It ends. I was looking at the rest of the gray kitten story. Gray kitten said meow meow.
Meow, meow, meow. This is a timeless book.
I love
timeless.
I love the cover on this. All right, Lisa, I see you're just in case. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, so Renee had the high bid at 21. Lisa had it just in case. So Lisa, it's yours for 22. Thank you so much.
All right, $15 choice, Amy. $15 choice. And I have some shiny brights, and I know that these are a very desired pattern. These are the ones that measure about 2 1/4 to 3 inches. So they're the largest version. They made a smaller, from what I believe in this pattern, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, they made 3 different sizes. So this would be your largest size that you would have gotten them as a set. So I have 4 of them for you to choose from. They're going to start at $15 each. They all have their original tops that say made in the USA. They are made by Shiny Bright. They all have your typical patina, and these were always described as the galaxy ones. So these are the out of space ones with the moon, and actually an anthropomorphic moon. They have the starburst. These are not only fun at Christmas time. If you do 1950s, you do atomic, these are fun all year round. So if you leave out ornaments all year round, maybe with your galaxy bottles and things, or, you do space themed things, you can leave these out all year round. So $15 choice. And trust me, getting closer to Christmas time, these go up and up in value. Some of these shiny brights, they used to sell for a few dollars a few years ago. Now people are paying $25 and $50 just for one of them. So $15 choice. They have your typical patina. There's no big globs of paint missing, but they have your typical patina. And these have a lot of their mica glitter that still remains. So this will be your first one that you can choose from. This one is the pink one. So all of the designs are the same. You have this star, with the the trail behind it. You have the man in the moon, or the anthropomorphic moon. And then over here, as you spin it around, you get to see that you have Saturn. So you have Saturn with the rings. And again, that might be the most pink that's missing right there on the little star. That might be the most. And again, this big selling point is they all have their original toppers, minimal paint wear. Right there's the only silver showing there. And the mica is fantastic. These came in 2 versions. They either came in the satin style or matte, or the glossy. So 3 of these that I'm offering tonight, they're going to come in the satin or the matte. So you could have gotten this one in a pink, and it would have been shiny here like the silver one. Hopefully I'm making sense. You can see where the paint on it is kind of matte. It looks muted, but it's supposed to be that way. That's the way it was intended to be made. Then they did a version of these that were very shiny. So here is your silver one. Maybe you want it to be very, very modern looking with the silver. Again, that's your worst patina wear right there. But again, with these shiny brights being from the 50s and the 60s, this is pretty typical. They're not missing too much. They just have a little bit of patina wear. So Terry, I see you're 15. We're looking for 16 or more. So I have a pink one. I have a shiny silver one. This one I've never had before to sell. I sold a few of these last year with the Valentinos. Never had one of these satin gold ones. So this one is a satin gold one. So I have it kind of on the holder here so you guys can see it. I'm getting kind of a gnarly glare. Let me take it off there. I want you guys to see how vibrant these are and how crisp these are. Little to no wear on this one, and this one would be your gold choice. They're all the same size, between that 3 1/4, between 2 1/4 and 3 inches. I've always called these the 3 inches. Some folks like to call them the 2 3/4, but this will be the largest one. They may have made a huge one, but that would have been sold as like a store display. But this would have been your largest shiny bright that would have been sold to the commercial market. So that would be your gold
Jason,
one.
did you test any of these if they glow in the dark?
I did, and none of them glow. God, I wish they did. Yeah, none of, well, these kind of have a glow to them. They kind of glow hot pink underneath a black light. So if you're going to put these on a tree with a black light, the pink ones are going to glow like orange almost. So they're going to glow almost like Saturn. And then this was the last one that I showed you, that I'm showing you. It's the same kind, except this one doesn't have the little bit of silver missing on the star. It just has a little bit of patina that you can see right there. So again, this one would be your perfect pink one, as perfect as you can get. So you can pick a pink one. You can pick the gold one. That is satin gold. It's not the shiniest gold. We have a shiny silver. And then we have the pink, and we'll call it the pink with the wear because there's a little bit of silver showing through. And the two pink ones do glow under black light. So Timmy is in at 17. Jason, did you see if any of those? Joe, thank you. You're the one, and I missed it. And thank you, Amy, for catching it. The big selling point for me before we count down is, gang, nobody replaced the tops. All the tops are original, and they do say Shiny Bright made in the USA. So let's count them down. We're looking for 18 or more, and you can pick as many as you want. And by being top bidder, it gives you the first choice. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 18 or more, and that is on choice. Again, they're all in very good condition. No major damage. When it comes to the patina on these are top notch. I've seen roached out ornaments, and they still love this design. So thank you, guys. Thank you for the bid end. So it looks like 18 with Terry, but just in case from Jennifer. So 19. Jennifer, you get first choice at 19. We have two pink ones. One has a little bit, just that tiny little, probably a fraction of the star is showing silver. So we have two pink ones, a silver, and a gold. So you want the gold one. So Jennifer, the gold one is yours. Thank you so much. So then Terry, we have the two pink ones that remain, and we have a silver one that remains.
Behind Terry is Timmy.
Okay.
And I think that was everybody.
All right. So we're just waiting on Terry. So Terry, let me know. Did you want a silver?
She wants the rest.
All right. They're all yours, Terry. Thank you so much.
Good pick. I don't see those.
No, I don't either. I didn't even know I had any more. I didn't know I had any more.
Okay. This is a new thing for me to bring to a sale. I've never found a micro mosaic frame out in the wild before. If you did see my video that came out on Sunday, this will look familiar to you. I do have one other thing in the sale tonight from that estate sale, but this is a micro mosaic picture frame. Now, my camera's doing a pretty good job at picking up the colors. All right, so it's kind of have like this periwinkle blue on the outside. It does have all like gold tone setting for the frame itself. The colors of the little tiny flowers, there's no missing tiles that I can see. Red flowers, yellow flowers, white flowers, and then green and white little leaves with that periwinkle on the outside. Now, it does have the stand in good condition. It is stamped Italy on the back, like the micro mosaic brooches. And the image that's on the inside. Now, I couldn't get the backing off. I guess maybe I don't know. Yes, it is St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. You are correct on that, Karen. And although I'm not really up on like Catholicism, but I did find out that she is the patron saint of Catholic school, orphans, and people facing loss. That was how I found it. I did find that in there. This estate, she had really antique stuff all the way up to like kind of mid-century. Not really much else past that. And she did have tons and tons of frames with different kinds of saints in it, or antique photographs, that sort of thing. So I'm not sure if maybe that was sentimental to her. Of course, if you know how to get the back off of these, I couldn't figure it out. You probably can pop it out if you get a really small something in there and pop it out, then you could probably take it out. I just don't see micro mosaic picture frames, so I was dang happy to find that. So I know older ones, and this one I do believe is mid-century, based on the setting, very similar to brooches from the mid-century. I don't think it's much older than that. Usually the older they are, the tinier the tiles get, or the more intricate tile work that there is. And then it does have two tiny little applied little feet there to sit up on the frame. But it's really good condition. Measurement for it, it is 2.5 by 2.25. So that's about the size there. First American saint. Yeah, it said that she was a Catholic, American Catholic saint. I can't really tell you much else about that.
All my years of Catholic school, I'm ashamed. I can't even chime in. I don't know much. So
yep. But I'm pretty sure you could get the backing out. I just didn't have anything thin enough to pop the back out. Otherwise, I probably would have taken that out of there and left it up to whatever you would want to put in it. But I don't see any interest in that. That is okay. We'll move on. We'll bring it back.
All right. $30, Amy. $30. And I'm just waiting to see the lag here. So $30.
Oh,
you got a bid. I knew it.
All right.
Why does that always happen to me? Why does the lag always
does. All right. Ginger, I see at 25. Thank you so much. We are looking for 26 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bidet.
I'm going to enact the Mother Tucker lag. I'm going to wait 5 seconds before I start.
Are you copywriting that term right now?
Mother Tucker lag.
Mother Tucker lag. All right.
The MT lag.
I know. We just never wait long enough. That's what it is. All right. There's Karen's bid end. Thank you so much. All right, Ginger, it's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right. You said 30, right, Jason?
$30. Yep. $30. Okay,
gotcha.
And I got to tell you, we have a small collection of these. This is the best one I've ever. Tina, I can't say I found. Tina got it at an estate this week. And if you all love these pixies,
oh my gosh,
this one is the best one that I have ever offered for sale or have found. Okay. This checks off so many of people's checklists. He looks like a little Davy Crockett. So he's got the little, the little raccoon skin cap. He's kind of saluting like he's very proud. He's a little pistol tooting fella, but he's got a kitschy skunk. So if you guys are skunk lovers or Davy Crockett collectors or pixie collectors, and I know this guy's well worth $30. I know he's worth a lot more than $30, and he's even a harder size to find. Usually I find the medium size. I don't find the largest, and then this size I really don't find ever. So his cold paint is remarkable. There's no condition issues. There's no repairs. You would think with the tail on his hat that there may have been a repair there. There is no repair. There's no condition issues to his little gold shotgun. No condition issues to our little skunk friend. And like I said, the cold paint on him is remarkable. We didn't do any touch up to it. This is the way we found him. These little pixies, they got a little badunkadunk going. And he is stamped Japan in red there on the bottom. So $30 if anybody's interested. He is a really, really hard one to find. He looks very Peter Pan. You're exactly right, KP. Definitely very Peter Pan. And they all have this little gold-like star, this gold heart style. I said star, a little gold-like heart right there in the center of their chest. So even the metallic gold is in very good condition. A lot of times if people clean these, you can wear some of that off. Even the green in his eyes are in remarkable condition. So he stands about 4 inches tall. So he is about 4 inches tall. You're so right, Heather. He does. Like, you'll shoot your eye out. Very Christmas story. You're exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is one of these little pixies that you can use at Christmas time, or you can leave them out all year round. So $30 if anybody's interested. Again, that is a very fair price for one of these. These do not come around that often that have their original cold paint. Especially this guy doesn't come around that often. And he's really, really fun. Let me hold him there. I love the smile. Sometimes these have pointier ears. His ears aren't all that pointed. But again, $30, and that's okay. If I have to keep him, that's all right. We'll keep it moving, Amy. $30. He's a hard one to find. All right, let's keep going.
Okay. All right. I don't think I've ever seen him in the wild either.
It's the first time I've ever had him.
All right. So my next round, and this is for the pair. We went to the Lansing Doll Show over the weekend. And I got to see Mr. Dennis. Dennis was there at the show. And but besides that, you guys know I can't resist a good Nancy and Storybook doll, but Jason has had a boy before, but I never have.
This is your first time?
I've never had a boy, let alone a pair. So this is for the pair. And so this is Diller a Dollar, a 10 o'clock scholar, and it's the boy and girl. All right, they did both of these in coordinating pairs. All right, and it's the boy. Usually if I do see a boy, it's either plastic or it is part of the wedding set, but this is not, and this is really exciting. I don't see the boys very often. Now I will say they do both come with a stand. All right, that was how they were found. So they're both coming with a stand. But his pants are a little faded. Now I'm going to turn him to the back. So they're blue. Okay, they did come in several different colorways for these. And so it is supposed to be a little bit brighter blue, but you can see it's a little faded. It's a little faded on the front, but he does have his original little wool felt jacket. All right. And like the dresses on the girls, their clothing are held on by safety pins. Okay. That was how they were manufactured. And they're both little redheads, frozen body, 5.5 inches. And I'll show you the little girl that will come with. So these are number 112 in the series, both composition 1940s. Okay, so she also has her little felt jacket, and hers has a fancy little collar on there that comes with, and her little dress is green. All right, her little dress is green with the green hair bow, also frozen body, 5.5. So they are coming as the pair. I can't believe that I found a boy.
They remind me, if you did a little sock hop display, how great they kind of give me like I don't know, like rock around the clock kind of vibes, you know, things
Absolutely.
like that.
Yep.
They're so cute.
Yeah, she just needs a tiny little poodle. Tiny little poodle on her skirt. I know. I thought they would also look cute for fall as a little couple, something like that as well. Now, unlike the girls that are always supposed to have something in their hair, whether it be a hat or a bow or whatever, the boys did not, unless it was the wedding. The groom would have come with a hat, but none of the boys that I know of came with little hats. But I love his little hairdo. It's just so cute. Happy Days. Oh gosh, yes. Yep. It does look like Happy Days. But we'll go ahead and move on, and we'll get Jason going.
I'm waiting 5 seconds. No joke. $26 though, Amy. $26. And I have a piece of glass tonight. I think this would look great in your mid-century all year, or if you did like a very mod retro kind of Christmas display. When Tina got this, we did not know there is a little chip, but it's not a chip that's going to cut you. I would say, well, this is made by Viking, so this would not have left the factory. So there's a little defect right here. There's a little chip, but you can run your hand over it. It's not going to cut you. I don't know if somebody polished that or what, but I just want to note it. So $26. This pattern, you're not going to find this color with the lid anywhere right now for sale. So this is made by Viking. We collected this pattern in red, and it's called the bullseye pattern. Look how crazy mod that finial is. And it has that little eye right there in the middle. I think this looks so futuristic, so 1960s mod. And this is a great color to use at Christmas time. So minus that little chip there, it's in very, very good condition. So I'm calling this a covered dish. It's kind of a covered candy dish. It does not glow. This does not glow under black light. Here, look at the design. There is the design if you're looking at it. Let's do it this way. So when you're looking down at it, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see all these great circles. They all look like bullseyes almost. Again, in very, very good condition. Usually you're going to find your chips on the underside, but somewhere, somehow, maybe in storage, it got that little blip right there. So you can find one of these in green right now on eBay for $26, but it's just the base. It doesn't have the lid. So I think mine having the lid makes it just a tick more desirable. And here is the bottom. Again, there's no issues to the bottom whatsoever. So you could use it, just use the bottom, put the lid aside. I like it with the lid on. There you can see the foot. And again, in this bullseye, you find the red a lot more than you find the green. And we collect some of the red and we mix it into our kitchen. So I always say that I think that the Viking is like a Jolly Rancher. It kind of reminds me of the Apple Jolly Ranchers. There's not even any scratch marks here on the inside or straw marks whatsoever. That's why I'm pretty sure that that chip happened, you know, in its previous home. So here you can see a lot of the 1960s style designs, you know, use these kind of oval squared off circles. So it's going to match well with that. It's going to look well in a modern, even if you don't do retro. I even think it's going to fit in if you do something antique looking. I think it's got a very antique look because they did a lot of patterned glass at the turn of the century. So Christina, thank you so much for your 26. We're looking for 27 or more. It measures 5 inches tall. And again, it's that finial that does it for me. I'll show that to you up close in a second. This would even be good at Halloween, kind of the spooky kind of eye looking at you almost if you wanted to. So it's 5 inches tall and it's 6 inches wide. So let me just hold up here so you guys can see. Look how neat that finial is. I think this is such a space age design. Really, really fun, really different. And again, the green is going to be great for Christmas. So it's one of those things where I'm selling it to you. You can use it at Christmas. You can leave it out all year, or it'd even look good with your spooky greens and your Halloween. And again, right here is that little chip that I'm talking about. Other than that, it's in perfect condition. So
I have only ever seen the candle holder in the bullseye.
The square one. Yep. Nope. And they made compotes in this. They made small bowls. They made a couple different. The only other time I had this green bullseye was I had a ruffled bowl that I sold, God, probably 3 years ago on a live. So let's count it down, 27 or more. I see Nicole in a 27. Again, right now, you could get just the base for 26 on eBay, but this you're getting the whole entire thing. And this candy dish doesn't come along that often. I didn't try to like ask anyone to check worth point or anything, but I can tell you that to get the covered dish, I don't want to say it's rare. They just, you're not going to find them. I don't think they made many of them. So now we're looking for 28 or more, and we are doing just in case. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. If this one was red, I don't know that we could. We probably would have added it to our red ones. But I did think the green's going to look really good for the upcoming Christmas season. And you can leave it out all year. And it's got a spook factor, too. Kind of like, I don't know, kind of like the eye looking at you. Ooh, it's kind of like an eye. So there's our bid end. Nicole had a just in case, and that means you take it, Nicole, and it's yours for $27. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Okay, I have a handmade piece for my next round. Just trying to figure out the best way to show her. Okay, and it's going to start at $50, and I'm going to tell you why here. So I had one of these that I made last week that I had. And I made another one. Now she is a glowy girl style bisque dolly. Okay. And the underskirt of her is showing more yellow, but I assure you in person it's orange. I'm not sure why it is showing that way. But when I found this dolly, all right, she had barely any eye paint left. So I went ahead and made an executive decision to give her Halloween eyes. So she is a larger bisque dolly that I have turned into a witch. And she will come with a stand. She will come with a dolly stand. Now, she's also going to come with some accessories. So she does have a little witchy broom, which is not attached to her. Of course, you know, you can lay it down. You can display it however that you would like. And she's also coming with a now retired, you can't get these anymore, Tim Holtz little Halloween buckets. So, you know, kind of mimicking the paper mache pumpkin buckets. So I have added the handle in here so it can hang. And this is kind of, I'm not sure what this is. I think this is made out of resin, if I had to guess, but you can't get these anymore. I only have a couple left, but I made it so that she could go trick or treating if she wanted to, and it will just hang there on her arm. So the arms are fixed; they do not move. And then I also made a little witchy hat for her, which does not come off, and it's got this really cool. So I got this antique hat that had this cool black netting on it that was basically falling apart. And a black vintage flocked millinery leaf. There's a little black rhinestone in there as well. I've also signed her on the back. All right, so she is signed down on the back of her feet. All right, so she's not the largest size bisque doll. She's definitely not the smallest. She's kind of a medium size. So the doll itself is around 6 inches, but with the hat on, she is closer to 8.5. Okay. So she's going to come with the stand, with all the accessories, but she's totally one of a kind. I did make the dress out of some vintage lace and the underskirt of some things that I got at the doll show over the weekend. I tried to find a vintage dress for her, but sadly I could not. So I just made one out of the vintage lace that I got at the show. All right, so let's count her down. We are looking for 51 or more. Caroline, thank you so much. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I know. R.I.P. Joanne. R.I.P.
Amie, you did a really good job with her.
Thank you.
She looks really good.
I should have taken a before and after picture of what her face looked like. She was actually creepier, like without eye paint. Yeah. All right. There is a just in case from Caroline. Thank you so much. And there's Karen's bid end. All right. Congratulations, Caroline. She's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. $20. We $20, and I normally, or we don't normally offer things that are completely repaired. The set that I have the set. I've never found the set before. I don't own the set. It's a very hard set to find. They are all three very, very repaired, but nowhere else are you going to find these that they're going to fit in your display. And unless people are going to nitpick you, you're going to have a $300 to $400 set for $20. You're just going to have them that they are very repaired. Maybe you can take them apart and make them a little bit better, but these are from the 1950s.
Oh
and these are the candy cane boys made by Gio Zoltan left. Zoltan. Now they are very, very repaired, but they're only $20. I will show them to you. I think you can mix them in and no one's going to notice. And these could be your beginner set, and then you could swap them out as you find better ones. But this is a true set because you have both candy cane boys, both doing the wave and standing there kind of in awe that he has I can't believe I got a candy cane sticking out of my head.
Man, I got a headache.
That's what I always thought they said. But somebody loved this set enough that they actually, like this dude here is broken in 2 places and they repaired it. He is missing a little bit of cold paint. You can see where the first repair is on his neck. Okay, so there is the first repair at his neck, and the other one here is at his foot. But since they are candy cane, you have to look really, really hard and get in to see. There you can see the line right there on his leg where there is a repair, okay? So they are all semi-stamped. Some of them it's faint, Geo Lefton on the bottom. So in that hole down there on the bottom, that's in the making of them. So this dude here, you're getting him. You're getting all three of them. It's not choice, all three of them. He has a leg repair and a neck repair. And the boys that are standing, where are my notes here? Bear with me. The boys that are standing are 4 inches tall. So again, you could come in with other paint and go over top of it if you want to. I know that there's people that heat them up and they separate them, they re-glue them. I have to tell you that to have this set at this price, I wouldn't care that they've been repaired, and I do trust shipping them. So there's your first boy right there. So Ryan, I saw you're 21. Brooke's in at 25. Jennifer is in at 26. Here is this fella here. So he's the opposite one that's kind of surprised. He has a candy cane sticking out of his head. You can see there is a repair where the candy cane meets. So he has a repair there. He has a mid-body repair, and he has a leg repair. So this dude has 3 repairs. But again, the cold paint on him is remarkable. Even the back is remarkable. And you have to get in to see the brown line where the yellowing paint is. The yellowing.
They were worth saving.
Absolutely. And I don't know how Tina saved these. She went to this auction and they were literally thrown on the bottom of the table. And it's amazed that they didn't get separated or broken. So, and I will get these to you safe. If they're shipping with other things, I'll put them in a box, in with your box, so they'll arrive to you safely. And then the third one, and again, you're getting a full set. He has a little repair here to the candy cane top, and he has a little neck repair. And I think that's it. No, it looks like he has a leg repair too. So 2 of the 3 look like they have 3 repairs. And the first one I showed you looks like he only has 2 repairs. But honestly, the price of these ceramics these days, if you wanted a good set, you'd have to put a 0 behind where we're at to get them. But if you don't mind repaired, plus somebody, I have to imagine somebody had these, maybe a youngster knocked them over, an animal knocked them over, and someone loved them enough to glue them back together and keep them for many, many more years. So he's signed here on the bottom. So this guy measures 3.5 inches tall. So thank you all for the bids. Ryan is in at 45, so we're looking for 46. Geo Lefton, these are the candy cane boys from the 50s. They are repaired, and I'll show them to you again real quick. You're going to get the boy sitting. I showed you his repairs. You're going to get this boy standing. So he is just amazed that he's grown a candy cane out of his head. Again, repair at the top, repair at the neck, repair at the waist. And he might have a leg repair too. So he might have 4 repairs. But I have to tell you, the repairs are very, very good, and they're good and sturdy. And this guy here, I know for a fact, has 2 repairs. So he's the first one I showed you. So let's hold them up here because I don't want to drop them. Let's go ahead and count them down. Thank you, Ryan. You're in at 45. It looks like Caroline's in at 46. And it looks like Ryan is back in at 50. And again, you're going to get the set. Again, I think this is the exception to the rule. I know as a reseller, we don't like to sell things that are repaired, but this is a super hard set to find. So let's count it down, 51 or more, 20, just in case for active bidders, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. As soon as you start slugging in the word candy cane, kitsch, ceramic, Lefton, it just gets crazy. It just gets crazy for these. And I've never had, I think I've had one of these, but I've never had the set of 3 to offer them. But they are just very repaired. So thank you all for the bids. I see Joe with a just in case. Ryan, I see Nicole. There is our bid end. So it looks like Joe, congratulations. They're coming to you for $66. Thank you guys so much.
Congratulations.
And I'm so happy they got saved. And thank you all for the bids. Congratulations. Thank you, Joe.
I would have, that's what all my like personal collections are for the most part. A lot of them have repairs, or they're missing, like my whole Howard Angels, most of them are missing wings, except for the one that you found for me, which is perfect. But you know, that's what happens. Like you like the stuff and something happens and you know, you want to fix them and save them. So I'm glad that somebody saved those.
A lot of work.
All right. This is going to start at $30, and this also came from that really awesome estate sale from my video that came out on Sunday. Now, so this is a metal doll dress form, and this lady had just such cool stuff, and we didn't actually get to this estate sale until like after lunchtime. So I'm not sure what was there. It was not one that was advertised on estatesales.net. It was just like we were like on our way somewhere else and we saw a sign and we stopped. And I don't know what was there in the morning. I'm sure there was cool stuff, but she had antique dolls. She had like a huge collection of like miniature doll furniture. And this was cool. Now, I don't know the age of this. It could be antique. It could be vintage. It could be a number of things. It could be French. It could be made in the USA. I don't know because lots of different people made these. So I don't know. I know it's not new. That I can tell you. I did get some information from the family that she had this like, I don't know, 40, 50 years, something like that. So I do believe it's vintage. Now, I saw this and I thought it would be the perfect thing to decorate with jewelry. That was my initial thought with it. If you didn't want to put doll clothes or something on it. And I'm including this brooch with it as well. So kind of mid-century on this brooch, white rhinestone brooch. It's about 2.5 inches, but I'm including that to get you started. But I think that this would look so cool with like pearls draped on it and earrings and just covered in jewelry. I think it's very cool. But I don't have a lot of information to tell you about it. I believe it's like probably from the 40s. It might be earlier than that. Based on some of the other things that she had in the house, it could be significantly older than that, but it's in good condition. There's not really much issue I can tell you about it. I know it's very hard to show it on the screen and actually see what I'm talking about, but it does have the metal base here and little feet to help it stand. It does stand up on its own really well. I'll try and show that to you. So it's nice and flat on the bottom, so I wouldn't be afraid to load this up with some weight on it if you wanted to. Measurement for it, it's about 14 inches tall on it, and about 6.25 at the widest point of the base. Okay, that's kind of the widest point. A fairy lights through it. That would look so cool. You could turn it into a Christmas tree. See, there's just like a multitude of things that you could do with this. I just don't see this stuff. I don't see the stuff unless it's from an estate sale. So I had to rescue that. Timmy, I see you. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 31 or more. I am going to count it down. You're going to get the pretty brooch along with it. And it does have a working safety clasp on the back. You can take that off of there. You know, if you want to do something with it, you can totally wear the brooch too. All right, Renee, I see at 31. So we're looking for 32 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You could clip ephemera to it.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a great earring holder, too.
Earrings, yeah. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Renee had the high bid at 31. Timmy did put it in just in case. So, Timmy, it's yours for 32. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
$24, and you're going to get the set, okay? So $24, you're going to get the set of these. These, I'm pretty certain, because I collect these, I'm pretty certain these are from the 1960s, and you're going to get the set of 4 angel ornaments, and they are made by they're sold by the company Brusilla. So Brusilla would sell these felt kits, and then it was your job to cut them out, sew them, and add all the sequins. So consider these one of a kind. You're going to get the set of 4 angels. Some of them, the lady did not use the piece of rope. She actually put a string through them and has the ornament hook on them. So I think she altered them a little bit. So in all, They're in very good vintage condition. There might be one or two places where stuff isn't organized properly because they are one of a kind and they're handmade, or missing a sequin or so, or there's like a little piece of the sequin that's missing, but they're 99% in good condition. And these are very collectible. These Priscilla kits are now so collectible. There's even a Facebook site dedicated to people talking about them, swapping them. And if you have the tree skirts, if you have the card holders or the ornaments, they're very, believe it or not, they're harder to find. So for your 24, you're going to get the set. They each measure roughly about 5.5 inches tall. So, and they have just a little bit of wear, but they are from the 1960s. So you can see they have the fun, crazy, like updo 1960s style hair. Each face is different. They did sew in eyelashes, sequin eyes, fun sequin. You can see this is gold on top of gold. You can actually see, if you look real close, you can see where the lady did her marker line, so she knew where to cut them out. So this is going to be your first one. You're going to get the yellow one, double-sided. If you look these up on eBay, they sell by themselves, close to what I'm offering the whole set for. So if you guys aren't familiar with how collectible these are, a lot of times they'll sell them just a piece. They won't sell you the whole set, but I'm selling you the whole entire set. So here is your fun little green angel. Look at her fun little sequin blue eyes. You can see all the fun little stars in there. Again, there might be just a little bit of fraying here, there. I don't know. Is that a kitty cat hair on her there? Yeah, there's a little kitty cat hair there. And then you can see here on the back, look, you can actually see the sew lines where she sewed in all those sequins. So this one is your green one. And again, she took the liberty to go ahead, and you can see she used a little rope that is supposed to be used at other places. And this one, she actually gave one to hang. So same size, about 5.5 inches tall. You'll get the green one with this collection. You're also going to get the red one. Now, this one, she decided not to. This one, this is how we got it. So she had the hook in there. There's a little wear to the felt on her face. Again, that could have been in manufacturing when she cut it open. I, cut up the felt to sew it together. And here's your fun little red one. And she has blue and gold sequins on her with the stars. This was the first time I ever saw any of the angels. And there you can see the back. So maybe this one here, maybe she ran out of felt and there was supposed to be felt over top of that. So again, these are handmade. They were given the directions, but then they had to do their skills to make them. So there is your red one. And last but not least, you have the fun little blue one. And this one, she didn't put it back on either. So 2 of them she didn't, 2 of them she did. So you get this fun little blue one. And this one, she took the liberty of tying that in. So you have the hook. So thank you, Timmy. I see you're 26. We're looking for 27 or more. So you're going to get the fun blue one. And again, for them being handmade, they're in 99% good condition. I mean, maybe when she was sewing in some of the sequins, she may have bent one, or I say she, it could have been a he. They could have bent one. But overall, they're in very, very good condition. And knowing the ones that I have, these are probably, the kit is probably from the 1960s on these. So again, you get the blue, the red, the green, and the one I started with, you're going to get the gold one. And you're getting a full set of these angels. So let's go ahead and count them down. We are looking for 27 or more. And just in case for active bidders, let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And again, once you hang these on the tree, you can adjust the wings. That's what I have shopper folks, and I adjust their hats and all that stuff. And then they hang really, really nice. And they're really fun, and they're really one of a kind. If you have tree skirts, if you have the little, card holders, they're really, really fun to add into your collection. They become very collectible. So thank you so much. We had Brenda in with a 24, but they go to you, Timmy, for $26. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
I love those kits. I've never done one. I've never made one of those, but I see them.
Someday I want to. I want to try one. See if I can do
I like
it.
the tree skirts. I like the tree skirt ones. Okay. I have a handmade item for my next round, and it is a Halloween. One of my last handmade Halloweeny things. I do have a couple handmade Halloween things over on Virtual Antique Marketplace, but this will be, I think this is my last. I mean, I have another handmade round, but it's not necessarily Halloween. But this is my last like little arrangement. But it is a little spice tin arrangement. I love these tones tins that are bright orange, black and white. They just scream Halloween to me. And perched on this one is a little ceramic black cat with an orange bow. Now it had like a molded in tail. It kind of like goes around the back of the body, but she needed a fancy tail. So I have some vintage bump chenille that Kimmy and Frank, vintage soul thrifter, gifted me at Elkhorn. So I put a little bit of that to good use. I have made a little witchy hat for there with a vintage like little starburst sequin, and then a little vintage cupcake pick, little pumpkin bucket. So a little mercury bead sprig there, and then on the back there's just a little black ball, and then it's trimmed in black tinsel. So the cat is ceramic. It is not usually I don't craft with ceramic, but she said she wanted to live on that tin. She told me so. And this one I have signed on the back here, on the back, and this caraway seed tin doesn't have anything left in it. Measurement for it is 6 1/4 inches tall and about 3 1/2 because of the little tail hanging off the edge. All right. So I see both Nikki and Minx were in there. Thank you so much. So we are looking for 22 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow meow. Bid end. Hey MJ. All right. Some just in cases. Hi Suzanne. Welcome in. All right. There is Karen's bid end. So at the end there, Suzanne got a 28 in there. MJ had a just in case of 26, but Nikki also had a just in case of 65. So Nikki over Suzanne's 28. It's yours for 29. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. This next piece is rare. It's going to start at $40. I'm not selling it to you so much for the plain colored ornaments. I'm selling it to you for the box. I've always said that this company was Kobe, so I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It's made by Kobe. From what I gather, this box was only made for 1 year, 1958. So if you guys love a good box, if you guys love snowmen, this is a super hard box to find. It has its original cellophane. When you lift it off, it is loose here, but it has its original cellophane. I do believe these are all original ornaments made by the company. I believe they would have all been blue, but somebody popped in a silver one. So I left it the way it was, the way I bought it. So this is a super, super hard box to find. If you guys love snowmen, if you love vintage ornament boxes, I don't think you're going to find it anywhere else. So he is a snowman that is waving. Overall condition on the box is really, really good. There's no tears. There's no issues. Just a little bit of the cellophane that I told you about. So again, we have a fun little red and green face snowman with his little pipe. There you can see the belt. I would have to imagine that a lot of times this belt would have gotten torn or damaged. And the fact that it's an outline of a snowman is just remarkable. Amy, have you ever seen one of these boxes?
No. I commented on your post and I was like, that box is amazing.
So,
no, I've never seen that.
For that sake, especially with the uptick of Christmas card boxes, ornament boxes, I mean, I know when I go into stores now and it's just a shiny bright box, they're asking $60 just for a box that's in good condition. So I didn't think 40 was too much to ask for this one. And in my research, and a few of my Christmas collector friends, they have it pretty much down to 59.60 was the year, and it only was 1 year that they made this box. Okay, so you can see that it is stamped by the Kobe Glass Production Company, and it is out of, what's that say? Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Okay. And then you can see that it's also they were on East Mill Street. So Ryan, thank you. I see you're 40. The box measures just about 12.5 inches by 9.5. And when I bought this, I thought it was a miniature box. I didn't know that it was a large box until I got it in person. And I was amazed to see how big it is. So let me take the top off and I'll show you. The cellophane is loose, like I told you. So it is a little loose right there. It looks like somebody did put a little bit of tape on the inside. But overall, none of the corners are split out. That's the way it was manufactured. So none of these corners are split out whatsoever. There is a little discoloration to the box. But even all those little atomic style stars on there, I mean, this box alone, even if you turned it into a diorama, and then you can see here on the top, it says that it is 1 dozen ornaments. So maybe you want to take all the ornaments out and put different things in. But basically, you're getting the 2 3/4 inch ornaments. And I do believe they all say, faintly, they say USA on the top. So you're going to get 11 blue ones and 1 silver one. So they're in very good condition. I think they're fun. I don't know. Maybe if you had some newer white ornaments and put them in there and then put the lid on, I think that might look cool too, to make the snowman white. But you can see that even the corners on this box, not blown out. There's no smells. There's no stains. We'll put the lid on and I'll show you the back. So again, you're getting the 12 USA gold glass ornaments in very good condition. We'll put the lid on here. Just a little part of the cellophane, like I said, is loose up here. And sometimes I know folks put a little Elmer's glue on it to hold it on the inside. And if you guys are Christmas collectors, I think this is a must-have for anybody. I can't even believe that I'm giving it up and selling it. Here is the back. You can see the back is very, very clean. There are no smells, but for a box that's from 1959, it just has your traditional wear to it. So one more time, you can see all the stars. There's no tears in the front. The cellophane's loose in the corner, like I told you. You're going to get 11 blue glass balls with 1 silver. No condition issues to the belt. And again, it's 1 dozen. They didn't even do a grease pen or anything here. A lot of times it would have a price there. They didn't even do that. So again, let's do a countdown. $41 or more. I think for one of the hardest to find, neatest boxes of ornaments that I've ever had the privilege of offering to sell. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, you could do a million things with this. You could empty it out. You could just display it as is. You could leave the ornaments in, maybe try white ornaments. I don't know. And I did find one on eBay that sold a few months ago. And that was the only example that I found of it. And they did also feel it was from 1959 as well. So there is our bid end. Thank you so much. Shiny Bright South came in right after Joe. Joe, my friend, you were the first one. $45. It's coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you all for the bids.
That's an awesome box. I love that box. I can think of a bunch of things to do with it too.
It's really good.
All right. My next round is going to be a Rempel Squeak that I have never seen in the wild before. And that always amazes me when I come across a Rempel. And I don't know if any of my Rempel collectors are here tonight, but this is Cookie the ostrich. You can find his box online, but you cannot find him right now. And he is still soft. A lot of times these just start to harden and they get mangled. Now, I will say he's not in perfect shape. He does have some blue paint up here. And I did not try very hard to get that off. Sometimes with these, like, I try and be gentle because if you're a little too rough with this rubber, it can start to crack. So I didn't want to do that. But his color, look how bright and vibrant the orange is on his legs and his little beaky. He's just the cutest. I've just never seen him. Now he does have the metal squeak here at the base, and he still squeaks because he's still soft, which I appreciate. And he's marked rumple kind of right up here at the back of the head. And the rest of the colors in him, he's gray. He's kind of like a darker gray to a lighter gray fade, and then tan and orange for the colorways. Now, he doesn't stand. I wish he did. I don't know if he originally would stand on his own. Sometimes they manufactured ones that didn't. I'm not sure, but it's because that 1 foot, it's not quite flat. All right. So if you did want to display him, he does have to lean on something, or maybe with the aid of a little doll stand, he could probably stand up just fine. But I love his face. I love his face. He's so cute. All right. I see Kristen Creates, welcome, is in at 42. The screen names are just throwing me today. I don't know. Too. Java. We'll just say Java's in at 20. But Kristen's got the high bid right now at 42. I saw MJ and Glowy in there as well. Measurement for him for Cookie is 9 inches tall and about 4 inches this way width wide. Okay. So let's count Cookie down. We are looking for 43 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Cookie the ostrich. He's so cute. That's a face you didn't want to bury in the sand.
No.
No. I have never run across Cookie, ever. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thanks so much, Karen. All right, so it looks like right before Karen's bid end, Nikki got back in there with a 43 bid over Kristen. So Nikki, congratulations. He's yours. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $28. And this is Tina's contribution for the evening. I have this gorgeous 1950s rhinestone brooch. It is not signed, but it is a very high quality brooch. It's probably from the mid 50s, somewhere maybe into the very early 1960s. So each one of these rhinestones are set. So they are prong set. There's an Aurora Borealis style green one in the center with that great luster kind of effect to it. And it measures about 2 inches in diameter. So it's a very, very high quality brooch. Sorry, gang, none of them glow under black light. This would look good for St. Patrick's Day. Look really good for the upcoming Christmas holiday. You can see that everything in the back here is riveted. So you can see it is a riveted set one. So it is, again, like I say, high quality. You can see that it is a safety clasp on there. And I hope I do it justice, Tina. What makes this one very special is it is tiered. So it's multi-level. So it gives it different feel to it. You can see that it is 3-leveled. That goes up. So from the side, you get 3 different tiers on it. It also has some very, very ornate filigree work here in gold around the center stone. There are no scratches to them, but you can see, if you see any marks, it's my fingerprints. But look how that Aurora Borealis, that green one there, kind of looks blue, but in the right light, it's definitely emerald green. So what also makes this one special is, if you guys can see around the outside, there's teardrop style ones. So you have these teardrop style ones. I'm trying, Tina. I'm trying. I get the notes and I got to try to sell the sizzle. So we'll see here. So, and again, it's a very, very nice costume piece of jewelry. Tina was very surprised that it was not signed, but it is not. But again, 3-tiered, as you guys can see, none of them are missing. Very good quality, especially with it being riveted here in the back. And again, it comes to you 2 inches in diameter. and they are glass stones. How fantastic is this going to look if you're wearing something white or something very traditional red at Christmas time? Even if you wanted to add it into a hat or you wanted to add it into a scarf, I can just see this being the centerpiece of your jewelry display for you to wear with the upcoming Christmas season. I just think it's spectacular. So Jennifer's in at 29. We're looking for 30 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. Again, magnificent, mid-50s, maybe very early 60s, glass rhinestone brooch. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Wear this at Christmas, put it away, bring it out for St. Patrick's Day. You can definitely wear it and mix it in with your spring things, but it's just a fantastic high quality brooch. And this came out of Tina's good stash. So she doesn't very seldom allow me to sell these, but we did find one to go with our look for tonight. So Chloe had just in case. So it's coming to you, Chloe, for $30. Thank you so much. And thank you, Jennifer. Congratulations.
All right. The good stash.
The good stash.
Good. All right. I have Kewpie for my next round. I love these. These are my favorite kind of Kewpies. By far my favorite in their little jams. I love these. So this is a little cameo Kewpie that does have its original hang tag. And yes, it did come from Karen the Kewpie lady in Elkhorn, of whence most of my Kewpie things come from. And it's a larger cameo Kewpie, and this is the original. They did do these jams in several different colorways and stripes as well. Little pom-poms there at the front. Now I will say there's a couple little spots of discoloration kind of on the inside right there, and it covers the feet of the Kewpie, and it does squeaky. So there's a squeaker is like kind of in the bottom of the foot, and it does have a jointed head. So I love that. Side eye, if you want to pose it, you can, looking over the shoulder. I love these. And so it's marked cameo here on the back of the head. It's also stamped cameo on the body. And so there is the little hang tag that says Kewpie. It says Kewpie brand doll, originally designed and copyrighted by Rose O'Neill, a cameo doll with this original hang tag. And this is the 11-inch size. They did make these in lots of different sizes as well. So 11 inches by 6.5 on there, and really nice condition. Otherwise, just a couple little discolorations. And this is oh my gosh, I can never remember the name. Flannel. It's flannel material. So it's very soft material, yellow, butter yellow. You can't get much cuter than that face. And the vinyl on the Kewpie is really nice condition, really nice and clean. Sometimes the little curly Q can get chewed on by a kiddo, but really nice condition on that. I know you just want to.
I love those pom-poms, those big pom-poms.
The little big pom-poms for the suit. And he does have that little belly poking out of the suit as well. And there is a couple snaps on the back of the little suit there. So that's how you could take the suit off, and you could wash it if you wanted to. But the little snaps to hold it in place. But we'll bring Cute back. We'll bring him back.
All right. $20, Amy. $20. I'm just waiting for the lag. $20. And I have a really kitschy planter for the evening, one that I've never had before. Okay. I believe it's made by Inarco. It's in overall good condition. I do believe, though, there is a little bit of white paint that is missing here, but I think that gives it a fun aesthetic. And there does look like there's a little paint chip right here on the pupper's nose, okay? But if you guys love fun, kitschy animals to add into your Christmas display, or you know somebody, maybe you want to gift this to them, but it is this cute little puppy dog. I love the big bow on the front of him, and then the way they made the holly. They actually painted the holly gold, I guess, to contrast the big red bow. So I do believe it's made by Anarco. There is your numbers on the bottom. Every little bit of research that I could find brought it back to Anarco. It is super clean here on the inside. No condition issues to report like hairlines like planters get. It's a very, very large one. This one you could put a bottle brush tree and decorate more if you want to. Then it would look like puppies sitting in front of the tree. Or you could just use it as is. Maybe you want to put some other things in the back. He measures 7 inches tall. He's a big planter, 7 inches tall by 5.5 inches wide. Thank you, Gavin. I think he's really cool and really cute. Again, to find little kitschy dog and cat Christmas things, I don't seem to find a ton of them. So I just thought this little guy would really kitsch up your Christmas display. God knows I love me a good Santa, a good pixie, and a snowman. But to find these animals, I think really can offset your displays. So he is 3D. So he is 3D all the way around, very heavily glazed. But just remember that all of this red and even some of that green and gold is cold paint, and none of it's missing. The only condition issue is right here. He's got a little teeny tiny nip on his nose. And I do think some of the white is missing here. But really, I think that just gives it a fun aesthetic. It kind of looks like the ermine look almost that they give. And it does have the texture of his fur that goes underneath. And then and all that's glare you're seeing, the worst is right here. A little speck of red paint is missing here. One little red speck there. And maybe 1 or 2 little ones back here. But that's all cold paint in really, really good condition. So I see you, Renee, in at 20. Thank you so much. We're looking for 21 or more on the blue-eyed puppy dog. And I have been trying to figure out what style dog do you think he is, Amy? Do you think he's like a little, would he be like a little Cocker Spaniel maybe? Would he be
some sort of terrier? I don't know.
Maybe he is a terrier.
I'm not good at dog breeds. I don't know.
But he's kind of your runner. He's going to fit in with no matter what when it comes to your dogs. He's just going to fit in with any of them. So 21 or more. Let's do a countdown. Thank you so much, Renee. And we are doing just in case for active bidders on the Anarco puppy dog planter who measures 7.5 inches tall. Oh, it's a big planter by 5 inches wide.
That's 20. A big boy.
He's a big boy. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Super cute. No chips or hairlines, just a little nip right there to the nose. And I think a little bit of cold paint wear right there. But again, fantastic. So there's our bid end. Thank you so much. So Renee, he's yours. Thank you so much.
All right. Handmade round for me. And this is going to be a choice starting at 24. And meow meow. I have some handmade kittens. Tonight I've got actually 3. I have 3 different colorways tonight. And these ones are not like necessarily like for Halloween. They can be for any time. But first we're going to start with the black kitten. All right, I do hand paint their faces as well. These are made out of modern fabrics. Sometimes I use vintage fabric in my crafting, but these are all modern fabrics, and they do all stand on their own. Okay, so first off is the black kitten. Of course, could work for Halloween, but good for any day. All right, and he has bright yellow eyes, so I gave him a little yellow bow for his color. So that's choice number 1. Choice number 2, in honor of Mr. Parmesan, meow, is an orange one. An orange one. And this one has kind of periwinkle blue eyes for and the little ribbon that matches. There is Parmesan. If you need a Parmesan in your life, I'm happy to share. And The third choice is a little tan one, and that one has kind of minty green eyes, and this fabric is kind of like a tan and off-white, and it's kind of like a, I don't know, like a little foliage kind of print on there, and so it's kind of like a minty green, minty turquoise for that. So, and they all like have a little bit of different attitude based on how they come out painted. Since they're all hand painted, they all turn out a little bit different. And it is made with textile paint, so it's all heat set on there. And I'm going to show you some measurements here. Okay, so you can see that they all have their little tails up in the air, and some have straight on heads, and some have kind of cocked off to the side if they have little attitude. So measurements on them, they are 7 inches, 7 inches long, and then to the top of the tail, 8 inches tall, and then at the widest point of their heads, they're about 5. Okay, so I see Marie and MJ are in there. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 26 or more on choice of my handmade kittens. Meow meow. So we're going to claim by color, black, orange, or tan. All right, when we get there. So keep in mind which one you're after, which one you want to adopt. Let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
You do sign them, right, Amie?
I have not signed these. You want to know why? Because I haven't found a good place to do so. On these, like it's either like on their butt or on their belly. So no, these are not signed because I haven't really found a good spot to do that. What I really need to do is get like some little paper tags and sew a tag in. But all the years I've been making these, never done a tag or signed these. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, so Timmy had the high bid at 26, but MJ had it just in case of 36. So MJ at 27, let me know what color you would like. If you want black cat or Parmesan or tan. Although Parmesan doesn't have blue eyes. He does not have blue eyes, but it's in his likeness.
How could you choose? They're all fantastic, honestly.
Well, I wanted to get the black one done, and then the other two, black and tan. All right, you are adopting 2. You got it. Okay, black cat is going to MJ, and tan cat is going to MJ. You got it. Thank you so much. Small tag, attach it with ribbon. That's a good idea, Caroline. That's a good idea. All right, Timmy.
Make a little tag.
Parmesan is up available. Timmy or Marie, if Timmy passes, let me know. All right, the lag, Timmy. You wanted Parmesan. Yay. Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right, Marie, I'm going to try and get some more done before Christmas time. That's my plan anyways. So I'll try and have some more soon. Thank you so much.
$28, and you're going to get the pair. $28, you're going to get the pair. These are very iconic late 50s, more into the 60s prints. Okay, so they are made by the Lambert Production Company, and these are pretty iconic kitsch style prints. Honestly, this version of the little boy and girl, sort of with the Victorian flair to them, they are very collectible. There was a small series, and you're going to get these 2. I believe that there were 4 in each series. So there were 2 other versions of the same little boy and girl, or boys and girls doing different things. So I kind of thought they matched with the Christmas theme I did, but they're great to use all year round and put them in your display. So if you're doing a gallery wall and you want something different that has a Victorian 60s flair, I think this would be for you. And it's a pretty known artist. It's Gloria. And that Gloria made a bunch of different kitschy different prints and pictures throughout the 50s and 60s. A lot of these are notorious kind of sculpts by her, designs by her. So the first one here, you're going to get them both. They both measure about 8 by 10, and they actually say that on the back. So they are stamped by the Lambert Production Company, and each one has a series number on it too. So they're 8 by 10, and this is the first one that you're going to get. Glass is in very good condition. The wooden frame is in very good condition, and they both have their original little hooks so you can hang them. So you have this very, very lanky boy. I do love the way that they drew the legs. He has a flower that he has picked for the lady, and he is trying, I think, to give the lady a kiss or kind of court her. And I don't know if she's surprised or scared of him. And you can see the typical Gloria, the way she drew things. It was always very skinny, small, and then over the top, like the big bloomer style dress. I agree, Karen. I think these pictures are very sweet, and they can fit in a lot of different decors. You have her fun little red hat, and you have her fun little purse right there. So really, really fun. And then I think those are the little flowers that you have to imagine are at the feet of them. And I think that's one of the flowers that the young little guy picked for her. So again, fun, very typical 1950s, more 60s with this company. And then the artist Gloria made a lot of different animals and different children and different people doing different things. My favorite one that she did, there's some kids down by the seashore that I think is really fun. So here is the other one you're going to get, and you're getting the pair again for $28. Here is this couple here. You can see he has his, what is it? The Asser? I can never remember. It's kind of like the ascot. So he has like an ascot style bow right there. Very mod yet Victorian style basket that he's wearing. He has his vest on. She has a really fun flowery dress with a big gold bow. And then again, you have the flowers down there. And then again, puppies. I was going to say very typical of the artist is she really made a lot of fun, kitschy animals. I actually have smaller prints for a future sale that have some of her animals on here. So if you're doing a gallery wall, or you have that odd space on the wall, or maybe in a guest room, I think these would we had this artist with some animals. We used to hang them in our living room in our old house. And again, online, this one's not available, but the one that I just showed you was online. They were asking a pretty doggone good price just for the one. So, I set that on my keypad. So again, you're going to get the two of them. Both of them are marked, part of that same series, the 112 series, the Lambert Production Company, 8 by 10. They are wooden frames, so you can see the frames have some great detail to them. Heck, even at $28, these vintage style frames are in good condition. Maybe you want to repurpose the frames, but again, these are prints on the inside, and this is the way they would have been sold at like the Woolworth and stuff. You would have gotten the print and then the frame, and then you would have hung them on your wall. And they both have their original hook, which I think is a very good selling point, and it does balance it. So 8 by 10, definitely great for Valentine's Day. I just think they kind of even have a real hippie kind of look. She has all those flowers in her hair, and they just do a real different spin on the different decades altogether. So again, this is the second one you're going to get. No stains to the print, no breakage to the glass. 8 by 10, wooden frame glass with the original print and that artist Gloria. I don't know much more about the artist. I just know that artist was very, very known for the animals that she had created. I like how his stance is with his long, lanky legs there, the shoes, and again, the flowers at the bottom. And again, you're going to get them both. I think them both on a gallery wall are going to look really, really nice. Maybe you have some kind of kitschy figurines that are going to match with that. And again, you could fit these in, do some smaller ones, angle them. And again, these two prints here are what I believe they're from the early 1960s, although this company made them through the 50s into the 1960s. So we'll bring them back for the recap, and we'll keep it moving. Over to you, Amy.
Okay. All right. I do have a couple nursery rhyme things tonight. So I'm going to bring this guy next. Jason actually had this, I think, last year. I don't know if it was this year or last year. I can't remember. But I've never come across one of the little ones before. I have seen, most often I see the larger size of this. And it's a little Humpty He's going to start at 18, and he is made by Knickerbocker. You can see he sits really well on his own, and he has a little rubber face, Humpty Dumpty. All right, there you can see. He does have his original tag from 1955, and he's made by the Knickerbocker Toy Company. I know that that's not focused right now, but he does have his original tag. And so he has a rubber face on him. Now, there is a couple, I did wipe him down. I didn't scrub super hard because I didn't want to take the face paint off, but there's a couple little discolorations right in here. I'm not sure what that is, but I just lightly surface cleaned him, but I didn't want to scrub too hard because I didn't want to take any of the face paint off because a lot of his face paint is still there. He does have a vinyl little collar here, and then he has a tiny little red satin bow kind of riveted on there, and then plaid suit, and then he does have like little beans in his feet, little bean feet, and then plush, kind of like plush fur for the back. He's so good. I don't see like any holes in him. All right. But really kind of the only issue is those little discolorations here. But these little ones, I don't know. They're not, none of these are very easy to find, but I just don't, I've never run across one of the little ones before.
These are fun. I was going to say, Amy, these are fun if you stage your Christmas tree. Like if you put like fun toys underneath it. Do you know how many pictures I've seen with this style Humpty Dumpty under your Christmas tree?
Yes. And he has little beans in the end of his hands too. So they do have kind of a little bit of weight. And I think that that's what helps him sit upright just a little bit. And so, like I said, he is the smallest version that they produced. So not sitting, but like full on length. He is 7 inches this way and about 6 inches at the widest of his little arms. It's just like that. I like that they gave him like a little leisure suit. I like that. Oh, and this around the feet, it's kind of like flocked velvet for his little shoes. Oh, yeah. Was it last year or was it this year that you had this guy?
It was actually, I got him when you were here. So that's almost cooking on 2 years, I think.
Yeah. That was a while ago then.
Yeah, almost 2 years now.
Yes. All right. So I do vaguely remember when you bought him then too. But we'll bring him back. No worries.
$14, and I didn't preview these. I didn't have room in my preview, to be honest. And these are from 1993. So $14, you're going to get both of these. These are fun little rubber kids. I don't want to call them pixies because they're little kids. And then somebody crocheted the little pilgrim outfits to them. Their feet are marked here on the bottom. It says 1993. Hopefully that focuses 1993. And it has an abbreviation to it. It says FCM 1993. So you are going to get both of these. This little dude here, he has a little beauty mark. That's actually some of the paint from the factory. I think they got a little sloppy with it. So I have fixed this guy's little bow here 2 or 3 times. When you get it in person, you're going to have to straighten it out. So you're going to get the little male pilgrim here. I love how his oversized hat is. He's kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe I got this big hat on my head. But you're going to get him. And these measure about 6 inches tall. So they're about 6 inches tall. And again, maybe we can get it to focus here. They are made in China, which for 1993, that's still vintage. And yes, it'd be China. And there it says FCM on the bottom. So you're going to get him, and then you're going to get her. And again, I bet he does eat all the pie, Karen, I'm sure. And then you're going to get the little blonde-haired girl with her cute little blue eyes and her little bonnet. Very clean, no stains to the yarn or the crochet. And again, this is very 19. This is old school 90s kitsch right here at its finest. So if you guys remember the 1990s, this was sort of the thing to do. And honestly, back in the day, you'd get kits. So you'd get the little, you'd get the yarn and you'd be told how to make the outfit. And then you'd get the doll, and that's what you're supposed to dress it in. So I do believe that's what these are. I don't think this is just somebody's take on the pilgrim. So 14, you're going to get them both. They do stand. They do stand on their own very well, and they measure just about 6 inches tall. So for six inches tall, and that's measuring at him. So she's a little bit shorter. So I got a big hat, guys. I got a big hat. And he has brown eyes. So his eyes are brown. Her eyes are blue. Maybe you even know a fun little couple that would enjoy having this as a gift for Thanksgiving. Maybe you know a couple that she has blue eyes and blonde hair, and he has brown hair and brown eyes. So $14 if anyone's interested. Again, they are from the 90s. Very, very clean. And I think they would really kitsch up your Thanksgiving. And again, I get them to you in time so you can enjoy them a few weeks heading into Thanksgiving. So again, I think those faces are super, super cute. Even the yarn, like I said, is super clean. No condition issues. There's no stains to it. And I don't think you can get much more kitschier than that.
Hello.
But let's go ahead and sit them to the side and let's keep on moving. And over to you, Miss Amie.
Okay.
We'll bring them back.
He's here. He pushed the door open and everything. All right. I have my other nursery rhyme kind of related thing next, and it is a figurine. I've never come across this in the wild before. I do know that there is a series of different nursery rhyme figurines that go along with this one, and this is Little Miss Muffet, and this is made by UCAGCO. Does not have marking on the bottom any longer, but she does not have really any kind of issues, but I do believe maybe there was a couple little spots of missing spaghetti because there's kind of like applied spaghetti down here that, you know, I think to mimic grass there, but I love the spider. I love the spider on that. It kind of looks like a, oh, what are those called? Like not a black widow, but it's definitely a spooky spider, spookier than I normally see associated with this, but it's got so much movement. How they sculpted this one, there's lots of different depictions of Little Miss Muffet, but I really like, she's very startled by that big old spider on the table. And there's just a little bit of crazing. That's about all I can tell you. There's a little bit of crazing in the glaze. And I don't believe this piece has any cold paint to it. But I really also like the colors in this. It reads very fall to me. It's kind of like a darker turquoise and orange and greens. I just really like that. And the spider also kind of a little nod to Halloween. And her spoon is resting down there against the leg of the table too. No more curds and whey. It's all gone. The other ones that I've seen in the series, although there probably are other ones, Jack and Jill, I have seen Little Boy Blue, and what's the other one I've seen? Oh, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Those are what I've seen. So I don't see any interest in that. That's all right. We'll bring her back. All right, Jason.
$20, Amie. $20, and this one is hard to let go. But I know we have some folks that love oversized greeting cards and they love snowmen. So $20. This guy is an older one.
Oh my gosh.
And he is made by Norcross. He is actually technically unused because nobody has signed him, but it would have been a Merry Christmas to your son. You can see there is a little bit of bending up here, but he is in very, very good condition for his age. He's actually one of the older ones. I believe he's probably 1940s, maybe a little earlier. I've never had one where they actually embossed the Norcross there on the easel. Okay, so the easel is still intact. So he basically becomes your decor, but these would have been greeting cards that you would have given to somebody. So $20. He is a very old school style, very 1940-ish, 30-ish style snowman when they depicted them with those style eyes. I love the fact that he almost has like a my style kind of hat on there, and he pays homage to Santa. He has a little Santa there on the top, and it says Merry Christmas, Son. You can see in his little corncob pipe, he has a little bit of ivy, but overall, really, really good condition, and these cards are very collectible. You can see that there is just a little bit of deterioration right there, but I swear, I'm telling you, I really believe that this card is probably from the 1940s, not really 1950s. It might even be earlier. Not a lot do you see where they use the blue in with these. He has his little candy cane as his cane. And again, he would have been a greeting card that somebody would have signed on the back. So you can see the way it was stored. There is a little discoloration, but on the front, little bit of yellowing. But again, that was their way of shadowing him so that you could see, you know, the different 3D dimensions on him. He actually reminds me, he has the same kind of face as the little Knickerbocker snowman. You know, like the snowman that has a stogie pipe. If you're into that version of the snowman, that this little guy is going to work for you. Plus, these are little bells. It's not your traditional, now they're not real bells, but they depicted bells instead of coal on the front. And the way he stands, he comes in at 11.5 inches tall, and he's about 8 inches wide. So this is one of these fun greeting cards. It's actually the early days of die cuts, you know, before you would get your, you know, like you would get your Dennison that before, but it would be like instead of getting your Dennison die cuts, this would have been your 2-for-1. It would have been a greeting card, and then it's an easel. And then you saw my reel that he does stand on his own. So no tears, really, really good condition. If you like snowmen, this guy's going to look great as your backdrop, and then you can build your display around him. And again, it is made by Norcross, and I do like the fact that the openings of the holes there are for the O's of Norcross, and it actually says Incorporated New York right there as well. So this is an earlier Norcross. We're in with Jennifer at 20. We're looking for 21 or more. And again, these big cards that have these easels don't come around that often. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 21 or more, or the bid end from Karen G. And I couldn't find him anywhere. I'm sure with the way these cards were destroyed, he's very, very hard to find. So there's our bid end. So Jennifer, he's coming to you. Thank you so much.
He's awesome. I've not seen that one before either. All right, I have some ephemera for my next round, and not often do I find Palmer Cox Brownie anything, but this is very cool. Very cool. It is sheet music, and it does have Palmer Cox Brownies illustrated on the front, and it is the dance of the brownies. Now there is, Evelyn wrote her name right here. Now, the original publication of this music was 1895. This is the 1922 version. There were some later reissues of this. The cover of it looks different of this one, but I really like the kind of flowers on the outside of this one. Now, there's so the booklet has separated, FYI. All right, but and then there is a little, where was that? Right here. There's a little bend right here on that corner. But I think this would be a great candidate to frame. All right, so I do want to show the inside. So there are some star stickers. I'm going to show you separately. There's some star stickers that were applied on the inside. And here is the original copyright of 1895 and the reissue at 1922 version on this. So this is sheet music. I was trying to find a version of this like that you could like listen to online. I couldn't find it. So unfortunately, it is piano music. I can't read piano music. I can read flute music, but I cannot read this. But there's several pages of Dance of the Brownies, all right, that go on. And the last star here is the end. And on the back cover of this, there's another song on the back of this one. Lucky Kentucky.
Lucky Kentucky.
I also don't know how that song goes. And published in Detroit. So that's interesting. Love that. So measurement for it, if you're wondering, frame wise, it is 9 1/4 by 12 1/4. Sing it. No. No. I will spare you all that. No, I'm not going to sing it. It is a moderate dance tune, so it's probably you know, it's kind of upbeat. That's what I would think that a
It's
brownie would
toe
dance to.
tapping. That's what it
It's a
is.
toe tapper. It's a brownie toe tapper. Absolutely. All right. I see Lisa's in there at 10. Thank you so much. We are looking for 11 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
That is so frameable. I can't even. Like
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
that's
That
wall art.
is why I picked it up. Very bouncy. Okay. Thank you, Karen, for the bid end. All right, Lisa, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $20. And it works, and it's made by Kurt Adler. So I have the box. So I have the original box. It is missing the lid, but you will get the original Kurt Adler box. And of course, Kurt Adler made things that were made by and for Santa World. Okay, so you see Santa World there on the front of the box. So get these while you can, while they work. So this is your little angel tree topper. Now, I'm bringing her, yes, because Christmas is right around the corner. But when you light her up, she glows red. So this is not only going to be a really fun piece to use at Christmas time. You can, I know a lot of folks that hang out with us love to decorate for Valentine's Day. You can repurpose her at Valentine's Day once I show you how she glows. So she is the fun, very kitschy. These used to go crazy when I sold them on Instagram with the Phyllis Diller hair. So she has the Phyllis Diller hair. You see there is a little bend in the wing right here and right there, but they're all still intact. It is the foil cardboard ring. She has this lace style over top of this plastic, and she is made in Japan. So it's this plastic cone body, and she does light up and work. And she glows this gorgeous, gorgeous red. She measures about 7.5 inches tall. So there I plugged her in so you can see how she glows. So both of these little lights are in red. So how fun would this be to use on words are tough. This would be great to use at Valentine's Day or put it atop your aluminum tree, your green tree, and all of the ones like this that I found, none of them had a halo. So she is an angel in training. It seems to be this version of the tree topper that they made. She never got a little halo. That's an easy fix if you want to just take a little pipe cleaner and make her a little halo, but I don't think that she needs it. Look how kitschy that face is, and that is a rubber face right there. She is a lady in red, Joe, absolutely. And she's in very, very good, clean condition. I never find them this clean. Usually they're very destroyed or they have some kind of condition issue, like the bulbs don't work or the hair is discolored, but she is super clean and she measures 7.5 inches tall. So these do not have to be tree toppers. If you feed the wire incorrectly, she will sit in your displays and you can light her up just as that. So a lot of times I use these.
Do you think she would stand up on a receipt spike?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely she would with the hole there if you didn't want to. And she does. I am holding her flat here in my hand. So as long as you have the wire up and plug it in, then she becomes like a figurine, which I think a lot of these, that's what they were intended for, to be used as tree toppers or put them in your displays and plug them in. And to find them that they have 10 little lights in here and they're all working is amazing. And she's an earlier one. She's a 1960s one made by Kurt Adler. So if you know your Christmas and you know Kurt Adler, you know that it's a higher quality made in Japan product. Look at how she glows. Again, I think this would be really fun if you put like a Valentine's Day card in between there and use her Valentine's Day or use her Christmas. What were you going to say, Amy?
Nothing. No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just agree with you.
I think she's really, really fun and really cute. So let's put her to the side. Let's keep this train moving, Amy.
Okay. All right. We just have a couple more rounds left, you guys. All right. My next round is going to be a Joseph Originals doggy. I don't think I've ever had this one before. And it is a little Pomeranian. I have a Pomeranian Chihuahua, so mine doesn't look quite like this. And totally different colored coatway. But it is a Joseph Originals and no longer has a sticker. Okay. So it would have had the Joseph original sticker somewhere on there, and then the little black and gold Japan sticker, but it is the cutest ever, a little Pomeranian. And I don't think I've ever found this figurine before. They did a couple different variations of this style of dog, and there's little bows added into the hair and the tail. Now the bow here, the cold paint, there's a little bit of scratching on that one, but no scratching on the one up in the tail. There's no chips to the dog. I really like, and it's more of a satin finish for the dog itself, but they did do high glaze on the eyes to give them more of a lifelike kind of look. Such a cutie. Just a lot of sculpting went into making that figurine for sure. So missing the sticker, so it would have been like kind of down in here. That's where the little Joseph sticker would have been. But she's just the cutest.
You know, I was going to say she would look good with some of those shopper girls that might be missing their dog. Do you know what I mean?
Would.
I think she would look really cute mixed in with them.
I agree with that. So measurement for her, she is 3.5 tall by 3.25 inches that way. Okay, so 3.5 to the top of the ears. So I guess we will move it along. We'll bring her back. Just a couple more rounds, you guys.
$12, Amy. $12, and I have never had this one before. It is a little ceramic made in Japan snowman. Very unique. Again, I've never had this before nor seen this before. I don't know what company made it. I believe that this might be one of those, you know, dime store figurines. Beth, just make sure you are bidding on my guy because you might be in a lag with Amy. I just want to make sure, Beth, that you are bidding on the snowman. So we are my 12 dog. See, that's what I thought.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. All right. Lag. All right. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid out. All right, doggy bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Beth, it's coming to you. Thank you so much. Hi, Paula. Welcome in. You haven't missed everything yet. All right. All right. I got your 12 back in there, Jason.
$12 if anybody is interested. Mine is a made in Japan. It is a ceramic snowman. If anyone's interested, I do like the fact that he has this fun little blue mouth and those fun eyes. You can see the green and the red is still intact. It is cold paint. None of it is really missing. He is in really, really good condition. He would be a perfect size if you were building a display for Christmas time and you wanted maybe one of those figurines making a snowman. I think he would look good in that display. He measures about 3.5 inches tall. All the black for the coal is still intact. Even the black for the eyes is intact. And if you're keeping track of which color the Japan is in red on this guy. So it is a harder porcelain style of ceramic. RPAC, I see you. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Do we know your name? If you, gosh, I can't remember. Just if you can remind us of our name. I'm dying tonight with the difference in the names.
I know.
Here.
It's very difficult.
I feel like this is all starting over again. Is it Roberta? Is it Roberta with an R? If you can, please give me your name. I want to be able to call you by your name. But I do see your 12. We're looking for 13 or more. No chips or cracks. I'm trying to see here if it comes up in my chat. God forbid. And you can see they did give this snow person some eyelashes. Camera, focus with me here. So it does have some eyelashes. That's not like crudely painted. But I see your 12, so we're looking for 13 or more on the fun made in Japan ceramic snow person. If you want us to try your name, you just please pop it there in the chat, and it's RPASC 1129. I see your bid. Remind me of your name if you could. I'd like to be able to call you by your name. He has a fun little red nose there. And like I said, the blue little Richard. That's right, Richard. I always forget your name. Richard from upstate. Good to see you, sir. Thank you, Richard. I do see you're 12, so we're looking for 13 or more. I knew it was right there on the tip of my tongue. I got to be honest with you, Amy. I got my flu shot this week, and I am just feeling rotten. I got my flu shot like a day or so ago, and I just feel horrible. So I'm sorry, guys, if I don't seem like myself. So, Richard, thank you so much. And then the fun one's going to be the COVID one. That's going to be really fun. Yeah, so we're looking for 13 or more. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I remember you, Richard. Thank you so much. This chat tonight pushed me over the edge trying to remember everybody's names. Oh, YouTube. I didn't need that from you. So, Richard, thank you so much. We're just waiting on that bid end. And again, thank you for saying that you're a happy customer. That is worth more than $1 million to me when you folks tell us that. So, Richard, it is yours. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Congratulations. All right. My next round's going to be a book, and it's an antique book. And come on, StreamYard. There we go. Starting to be laggy in the chat, putting stuff in now too. Now, I will say that it does have some wear to it, okay? But pretty good for as old as it is. The Roly Poly Cubbies book from 1916. So keep that in mind as we look at it. So you can see there's a little wear to the cover in some spots. I've definitely run across other books by Stetcher. That is the manufacturer for this one. And they're basically like falling apart, like crumbling. But this one's pretty good, and it's still attached. The cover is not detached from the inside. A story of two wee bears, the Roly Poly Cubbies. And we'll open it up. And I do want to show you the inside of, for the most part. So here's the Roly Poly Cubbies. And here is the Stetcher Litho Company. And really tiny, it says copyright 1916 there at the bottom of the book. MJ, I see you. Thank you so much. So Roly and Poly, round and fat, were always kept at home and never once had left their den. They were too young to roam. Look at how cute that is. I love that. But you
I
can
love
see,
that he's got glasses.
I love the illustrations in this. I am here for all of it. And so there's a mixture of bicolor printing. Well, I guess this technically is tricolor because there's three. But we've got little Lammy, the merry little lamb, is jumping rope with the cubbies. And I love this too. This would be so cute displayed with a little bisque dolly. I just love that. And there we go. She's bringing them some tea and crumpets. Tea and crumpets, like you do. So no separation on there. All right. And they are having a little tea party. And there they go. And her name is Mary. And here's the ending page, also very cute. Mary watched them down the lane and waved a sad goodbye, then sat herself upon the grass and tried hard not to cry. The little woolly lamb then said, "Please do not be so sad. I want to stay and play with you." And that made Mary glad. How cute is that? The Roly Poly Cubbies. All right. And there's the back cover, same as the front. All right. Yes. 1916, pretty darn good shape, I would say. I've definitely run across this book before in way worse condition. So MJ, I see you. Thank you so much. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right, MJ, I see you just in case. I don't think you're going to need it. Nope. There's Karen's bid end. All right, MJ, it's coming to you for 12. Thank you so much.
All right, $20. And believe it or not, these are pretty sought after kitschy figurines and kitschy ornaments. So these were marketed that you could use them as figurines, but then they also became very kitschy from the 60s as ornaments, and they have ornament hooks. So this is your complete set of your decorative crystal pets. They're not crystal. They're actually like a plastic acrylic. They're in their original box, which is very psychedelic, very 1960s. They were made in Hong Kong, and you can see some of the fun graphics here on the side. And again, if you look these up online, you'll see how they sell. Folks do hang them on their trees, and folks do use these at Christmas time. That's why I brought them. So these are new, unused in the pack. They're even going to be a little difficult for me to take out to show you, but we're going to. A little bit of the cellophane is loose. $20. You're going to get the set of 6 of them. Okay, and they called them Crystal Pets. So one of the very iconic ones is this one's always been called the Snoopy. All right. So this Snoopy alone, I've sold at Mother Tucker's for $20 by himself. So folks collect these. They like them. They sit as figurines, but they also have these little metal hooks that are into the acrylic or plastic. And look how they even put the bubble there in his snout. So then you could hang them on your tree. Okay. So they were sold as ornaments or as figurines. So that is the one they call Snoopy. This little one here, I believe this one is your little mouse. So you have the fun little mouse, Karen. I know my grandmother had these, but by the time I was hanging them on the tree in the 80s, we only had a few of them. So there you have the little mouse friend. They have the little eyes. They have the little yellow on the feet, and then they all have their little hooks. So this one is your little mouse friend. And like I was showing you, it is a flat bottom, so you can use them as figurines. So again, these sell at Christmas time because folks used to hang these on their Christmas tree. Hey, Critter Girl, good to see you, friend. And then here is your little elephant. Again, no chips or cracks, has the original metal hook that was put in it. And all of these little figurines are roughly about 2.5 inches tall. So, and again, here, if you can imagine, you could use them as little figurines. So they're really, really fun. They kind of remind me of clear toys, you know, like the candy, the clear toy candies and stuff. I think that's why they kind of cross over. This one it's hard to find this one. I've sold this one at the store too. This one is the little kitty cat. I love how they crudely gave a little dot to the eyes and to the whiskers. And again, you're getting all 6 of these for $20 in their original box. You could even display the box underneath your Christmas tree as a little toy. Here is the deer. And this one's going to be hard because it's going to get washed out. But they did give him a little eye right there. And they gave them some spots right there. Again, these are supposed to be little toys, little figurines. But then they were also sold as Christmas ornaments. So you can see there's a little eye right there.
I like that you can see the captured bubbles in those.
I do too. And it was supposed to mimic, you know, back in the day, they were supposed to mimic glass is what they were supposed to do. And then my other favorite one is the fun little swan right here. And again, you can see the fun details. Again, it's kind of the aesthetic. It's the kitschy kind of look about them. And again, it's really hard to find a complete set of them. So $20. Let's keep moving. I can bring them back for the recap, or if you guys watch this on a replay, you can reach out to me.
All right, this is our last round, and then we will go into our recap. All right. Gloria says she thinks she might have the mouse in her ornaments.
I'm telling you.
They did chain families too, because
yes,
I remember having a deer with little chain babies like that too. Yeah. Okay. Last round for me is a little made in Japan Natter doll. All right, so she is made in Japan, but she is a little bisque doll, but she does have a little bobblehead. These are not easy to find. This did come from a doll show, and she does have kind of elastic string in there, so you can see it's knotted on the bottom here. So that's what keeps her head in place. I just saw, oh my gosh, I saw a Santa Claus knotter one. Like he was a little bit bigger than this, but his head was sadly broken. But I don't see the Santa ones, nor do these normal ones. But she is holding a little millinery flower. Oh, Minx is in for your crystal pets. Boy, that's Minx, a big lag.
Minx, they're yours. They're yours, Minx. Thank you. We're not going to do a countdown. They're yours, Minx. Yep. Thank you so much.
Boy, that's a big
Yeah, I
one.
don't know
All right,
what
so
YouTube's doing tonight.
there is the Bistalli. Now the colors on her, she's getting a little washed out. So it's kind of like a sagey green for her hat and her dress, and then red for her little tie-on wrap, and then a little bit of gold for her hair and her little purse hanging down. Now there's a little paint loss, okay, on her, but there's no chipping, and the fact that her head is still attached and not separated from her body is pretty amazing. And then she does have, it's kind of like a little flocked brown little millinery flower that she's holding in her hand. All right, measurement for her real quickly. She is, oh my gosh, she is, wow, I measured her, but I didn't write it down. She's 3 inches tall. Okay. All right, see, Renee is in there. Thank you so much. We are looking for 13 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. She's just a little. I think she could work at Christmas time too. I think she's cute. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Renee, it's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Jason.
All right, Amy, $10. This guy has some paint wear, but if you collect these blow mold made in Hong Kong, this is one that doesn't come around that often. This is one that if you wanted to touch up the paint, he would be like a $20 or $30 one. But since he has some wear, but what he has going for him is he has his complete little apple floral display. None of that is missing. And he has his original little ribbon that goes around his neck. There's no denting to it. There's no other real issues except we have a little bit of gold and a little bit of black paint that's missing. But if you collect these, you know that this one is a little more difficult to find. Maybe a little bit of paint wear on his mittens, but he's a snowman, and maybe he was throwing a snowball, and that's why he's got some white on his hand. This one is marked on the bottom. I'll see if I can tilt it here so you can see the name on the bottom. It's made by the Florabelle Flower Incorporated Company, and it is made in Hong Kong. So these are those fun, plastic, fantastic 1960s, 1970s into the 80s, fun little blow mold figurines. I grew up with these and decorating with these. And the nice fun part is that if they fall, they really don't break. I think that was a big selling point, was you see so many of the ceramics and glass things of the 50s and 60s got broke. So I think for cheaper production and to sell it that things didn't break, I think they were switching over to a lot of the plastic items. So he measures about 8 inches tall. Again, if you're okay with the wear, thank you so much, Richard. I see your bid of 10. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to make sure I have my notes here. Yes, he comes in, 8 inches tall. And then they actually gave him some details here on his earmuffs. Very 1960s looking, kind of flowery. And my phone keeps spinning. We got a crazy lag here tonight. Was yours thinking at all on your phone, Amy?
It was a little while ago, yeah.
So, and then again, we have some paint wear back there. So, and thank you guys for sticking with us through any of the YouTube hiccups tonight. So let's count it down. We're looking for 11 or more. I believe he's probably early 1970s. And again, when it comes to these little blow mold figures, these little blow mold figures, he's a little unique, a little harder to get your hands on. So 20, Deborah, I see you in at 11. So we're looking for 12 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 12 or more. The bid end from Karen G. Again, if you guys are active bidders, you can use it just in case. I see you, Richard, for 12. We're looking for 13 or the bid end from Karen G. And there is the bid end. Thank you so much. So, Richard, he's going to come with the ceramic one. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. All right, I'm going to get us both back up here. Critter Girl, she was earlier. I don't know if she is anymore. I'm not sure if she is or if she's doing something else, but she was in the chat earlier today. All right, we're going to move into our recap, you guys. So if you are watching on the replay, our emails are up here. You can always contact us to check and see if something is still available. I know a lot of people watch the replays, so that's why we always encourage, if you want to check on something, to email us and check. So these are going to be quick claim items. We'll bring back items that didn't find a home the first time. So please, if you're interested in claiming anything, make sure to type in the item plus the price so that we know what you're trying to claim. Because of the lag tonight, so if we see something come in the chat, we will just give it a moment to account for the lag that we've experienced all evening. If we see more than one person come in to claim the same item, we will then turn it back into a regular bid round and do just like a normal bid round. We'll do a countdown just in cases can be in play, that sort of thing, to break any ties. Okay. So Jason, I have 4 things. Do you want me to just do, and then you can do?
Yep, you got it. Yep,
okay.
Go right ahead. Yep.
Sounds good. Okay, I'm gonna make, no, wrong screen. No. I'll get it right one of these times. All right. They moved the like I don't know, the lineup of screen orientations too. They moved that as well. So oh wait. Okay. So my recap. So I had the pair. So this is for the pair of the Nancy Ann Storybook doll, boy and girl, Diller $1, 10 o'clock scholar, number 112, 5.5 inches tall, frozen body composition. All right, a little sun fading on his pants on the front side, but you are going to get the pair with the little stands. These were $40, so you can type in dolls 40 if you want to claim the Nancy Ann's. All right, dolls 40 on those. Then I had the Knickerbocker, no, Cameo, not Knickerbocker, Cameo large 11-inch squeaker cube in original jams with the little palms, and he does have movable head. Just a little bit of discoloration, like kind of right there on the jammies, but that's about it for him. QP was 24. You can type in QP 24, QP 24, if you want to claim that with the original hang tag. Cube. All right. And then I had I had Humpty, the little mini Knickerbocker Humpty rubber face. So he's in relatively good condition, just a couple little discolorations on his face that I didn't scrub too hard to try and get off of there. He was 18, Humpty 18, if you want to claim him. And the last thing I had was Little Miss Muffet figurine by Cadco. And she does not have any repairs, but I do think that there's a few spots of missing spaghetti grass down at the bottom. She's made by Cadco, but no chips, no repairs on her. She was 16. You can do Muffet 16. If you want to claim that. All right, Jennifer, I see you for Humpty. You got it. Thank you so much. I'll just give it a second, but then we'll get Jason over here. And Jennifer, Humpty Dumpty is coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. I had my spun heads from earlier, my little Pilgrim made in Japan spun heads. That is the first one I showed you. And then I have a second set. The only major issue is the second set, he does have a little bend in his cardboard cap. Okay. But these are so unique. I've never had any Thanksgiving spun head picks before. So I would forgive that bend to the cardboard. So they were $10 each. So if anybody is interested, you can put pick $10, and then you can let me know if you want one or two. So they're going to be pick $10. So you'll get a guy and a girl and a guy and a girl. So that makes them $5 each. So they're the spun head made in Japan. Pick $10. Pick $10. And then I had my made in Japan. Okay, Critter Girl, I got you for one of them, and I'll make sure you get the one, unless you want both sets. I assume you only want one, but I'll make sure you get the one without the damaged hat. But Critter Girl, let me know. I don't know if you're going to craft with one and keep one. Just let me know if you want one or two. I'm assuming you only want one, but maybe you want to use the other one. So I got you for one, Critter Girl. So if you could just confirm, let me know if you wanted one or two sets. Okay, they're both yours. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. They're fun. Never have I ever had
I
those.
haven't either.
And even some of the St. Patrick's Day ones are impossible to find. They made like one-offs. So, all right, $30. If anyone's interested, he is a very hard one to find, especially with the kitschy little skunk. He has his little Davy Crockett hat and gun. He is made in Japan. There is almost no paint wear. He is a unique size at 4 inches tall. So if you want him, you'd put Pixie 30, Pixie 30. No damage at all. Fun little skunk, little Davy Crockett guy. He would be fun. Heather of Antique Agenda was exactly correct. He is very much the Christmas Story, little Pixie. He has his little hat on. He'll shoot your eye out with the little BB gun. So if you're interested, he is 30. You put Pixie 30, Pixie 30. I had the 1960s made by the artist Gloria. Both of these you'll get for $28. So you can put pictures, $28. She was very known for this style of artwork, and this is made by the Lampert production company. They measure 8 by 10. So these are fun for all year. You have this like spin on a vintage. Maybe this one's more maybe 50s. I felt like this one was a little spin on, I don't know, a 20s Victorian kind of flair. But it was their take on a bygone era. So you'll get them both. She was more known for the little animals. She didn't do a ton. Well, she did children and people, but she was really known for her animals. So you'll get both of these for just $28. So if you're interested, you would put picture 28. They are wooden frames with glass, so they're not plastic. They are good quality. So that would be pictures 28. I had my 19. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. 14. You could put Pilgrims. Pilgrims 14. These, I believe, were kits. They are marked 1993 on the feet. They are these little rubber Cupid Pixie style kids that are dressed up like pilgrims. So you can put Pilgrims and you'll get the set of them for 14 from 1993. They are very clean. The only thing is in manufacturing, they have a little bit of extra paint right there, but he's got a beauty mark. So they would be Pilgrims and they would be 14. And then 20, you could put 20 Angel. This one is made by Kurt Adler. You're going to get the original Kurt Adler box. And Kurt Adler was known for the Santa World items that they sold. This one's from the 1960s. And this would be great for Valentine's Day, or if you're looking for a lady in red, like Joe said, she lights up and she's a fun little tree topper, or she's going to be your little tabletop figurine, the little made in Japan sticker right there. And she does light up. So if you're interested in her, we're not going to plug her in. You'll just have to trust me that she lights. If you're interested, she'd be Angel, $20. The only thing is there's a little bend on the tip of the wing, but that's normal for these. So that would be Angel, $20. And yes, she works, and she's Kurt Adler. And that is everything, Amy.
All right. Let me get us both back up here. There's our emails again. All right. Before we get a community share, quick reminder, if you haven't sent email info, make sure to do that tonight before the end of the broadcast. If you haven't done so already, reminder for me, I'm going to be invoicing tomorrow. So you'll get an email from me when those go out. And Jason is going to be doing his on Saturday. And Tina's doing Whatnot Jewelry on Friday.
Yes, at 7.
Okay.
At 7.
At
Yep,
7.
7 p.m.
Okay.
Eastern.
And schedule change for next week. We did mention this at the beginning, but we will be back on Monday. Monday next week. So no show on Thursday next week, but we have moved our show to Monday. Okay. And I will get that schedule broadcast up there so reminders can be set since it's an unusual day. All right, let me get my photos set up here. All right, like I mentioned at the beginning, Miss Caroline has sent in some photos of Halloween, but she hasn't, I don't think she's done yet, but this is just a taste. So let me get that over there so we can be down in the corner. We can see the pictures big. All right, so I have 5 photos to share from Caroline. I think she's still here with us in the chat. All right. So first off, and we've seen several different holidays displays from Caroline as we have moved through the year, and I love that she decorates the stairway. And I love all the happy pumpkins all lit up. I love, 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 and that giant black cat at the
so
top
good.
is so good. And I really like the black foliage with the bulbs mixed in there. I like that. And then the next shelf.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Wow. Woo, Caroline.
So I'm seeing raspberries and girly candles, and I like that little jar full of picks in there. So I see a little Joanna Parker. Pumpkin shakers. I like those little ghosties. Those are cute. And noisemakers and such in there. I love that shelf. And then the next photo.
Wow.
That scaredy cat. I love that.
Wow. And
ooh, that hanging owl blow mold.
That came from
I've never seen
me.
that before.
Yeah, you did. I sold it to her. That came from me.
Oh, is that hers? Okay,
yes.
I guess I've not seen it hanging.
Yeah, that was the one I sold.
Okay. Maybe it just looks different because it's so far away. Maybe it's looking different to me. I'm thinking it's something else. Oh my gosh. So much good stuff on that table. I love it. I like the witch mask hanging.
Speechless.
So much to look at in there.
Some of these blow molds I have never seen before, like those 2 that were on top of that shelf you just showed. I never saw those before. Those 2 on the top?
I think they're pitchers, aren't they? That would come with cups. I could be wrong, but I think they're drink pitchers. Or maybe they are the cups. I know, like,
right.
They pulled us out like that.
Never.
The blow mold is from eBay, she says. Oh, she said are they cups? Yes, they're cups from Safeway. Safeway.
Yep. Okay. Are they vintage Safeway or?
No.
They fit in.
I know she got the little Cupid witch from me. Yep. And I like that it's paired with Joanna Parker candy corns. I can't get much cuter than that. And the little Pyrex as the riser. That is super cute.
With the candy corn, that is so good.
And usually for every holiday that we have seen from Caroline so far, the Rushton Santas are involved in some sort of way. And here they are for Halloween.
Oh my God. I love it.
With the trick-or-treat buckets and the witch hats. I love it.
It's good.
Love it. So cute.
Santa gets hungry for candy too. That's good.
I mean, yeah. He's gotta get prepared, get prepared for all the Christmas goodies. I'm here for it. I love it. I know she can't put them away. I know.
So good.
All right, we'll go back through one more time. I love. But oh my gosh, Caroline, you gotta send some close-ups of this table when you get more of your stuff done, because I can spy a few things in there, but I think
right.
Oh, and I like the garland at the bottom too.
So good.
But yeah, Safeway.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got a great vintage look to them too.
They do.
I like them.
Yeah. I just saw some cups. Maybe they weren't these, but I know that there is a taller pumpkin pitcher, like a drink pitcher, and then it would come with pumpkin face cups. I just saw a set of those a couple weekends ago.
And that stairway is phenomenal. I'm speechless
good.
on that. That's
I love it.
wow.
All right. Thank you so much, Caroline, for
Thank
sending those
you.
in. Always
So
love to
good.
see how you decorate. Because you do stuff that I've never seen anybody else do. So I love, love, love all of it. Oh, she has a Halloween village. Ooh,
Yes. Send us
yes.
pictures.
Need to see. I know you just got started. That you said in your email. I know you just got started decorating. So I love to see what else you have added since then, because I know you emailed those pictures a little while ago. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and Jason tonight. We appreciate you guys so very much just for hanging out and being here with us. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you all. Yes, and Meg, I did spy some handmade Magpie Ethel creations in there too. I did spy those in there. Thank you so much to Karen and Kim for helping us out as always in the chat. And don't forget, you guys, we'll be back on Monday next week. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and go check out Tina's sale on Friday.
And Amy, Karen, and Gavin, happy 26th
Yes,
anniversary
happy
again,
anniversary.
guys. The fact that you are still our mod tonight in Bitender, thank you so much. And congratulations. 26 more, guys. 26 more. So good.
All right, you guys. Good night, and we'll see you on Monday. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.